Boom chakalaka laka, boom chakalaka laka. It is still February 15th, 2018, and welcome to all of you to the night shift here. And let me get things set up. I want to thank everybody that came on to the baking hangout tonight. I know there was a lot of other stuff. I know people will get it caught up. Lots of people like watching that through the week. Very interesting cake tonight, better than sex cake. I had never made that cake today, never made that cake before, nor had I ever heard of it. But very interesting with the caramel, the sweetened condensed milk, and the butter toffee chips. It was pretty amazing the way that turned out. And hello, young Byron, nice to see you. I was impressed. With it. It looks very elegant. I can't wait to try that tomorrow morning. We will put whipped cream on top of it, and I think it's going to be it's a nice cake for presentation. I think Henry Hobson, yeah, the sex cake. I did my little thumbnail there. Hello, Nicholas. Thank you for your nice comment. Tasha, YouTube Gold. It's a girl, YouTube Gold. Nice to see you. Tonight I'm just adjusting. I'm trying to get things set up back in here again, moving equipment around. I had some lighting issues. I'm not real happy with the lighting. You know, when I used to buy the strings of lights 3 years ago, 4 years ago, the little Italian lights, the twinkle lights, the multicolor and the white ones, they were much brighter. Now it's just the quality is just crap. How you doing, Kim? Nice to see you, honey. The quality is just crap. Yeah, the Jinxie, it's okay here. The kitchen was spotty. You know, it's just I try to set a certain mood, and it just I don't know. The cake turned out good. That top shows the girls nicely, huh? The girls are packed in there, that's for sure. So nice to see everybody on the night shift tonight. My mail, my messages have been blowing up the last 2 days. I don't know who, and I guess Seeds or somebody like that started some nonsense about you know, we know that Tucker was doing the fundy to raise money for a ticket to one-way ticket for Marshall to go to Iraq, and now all of a sudden I'm swirled into that myself. Got people writing me. I've now got people from overseas that have now started to interdict and intercede into this thing. You have to remember, one of my highest countries here is Saudi Arabia, okay? These people don't mess around when it comes to, you know, I did a video years ago called Shout Out to Saudi Arabia because they were my number 4 viewing country. Man, didn't I get a lot of backlash on that. Now I got people doing parodies of me in hijabs and me in mujahideen and me in freedom fighter warrior Syrian, like some kind of damn Mexican bandito running around with a turban on my head on the back of a Toyota pickup truck with a 50mm. I'm not going to Iraq. Okay, I don't know why this push to just shove us off into the sunset and see, you know, we wouldn't have a ghost of a chance of survival. Yeah, I thought it was a joke too, you know, and a lot of people, yeah, Saudis are killers. My number 4 channel. It always goes back and forth between India and Saudi Arabia on the channel. And here I am trans, okay, but there's a lot of appreciators over there in that part of the world, but I really have no interest in going to Baghdad, any interest in traveling 22 hours with Elvis on a plane to go, much less a one-way ticket, much less a one-way ticket to go. And, you know, you just wonder what's going through people's minds because they're going to get people riled up. You know, there's going to be, you know, people see this stuff and they're not on the buoy and they don't understand a lot of this stuff that's going on, and it's starting to rattle a few cages now. It's not cool. You know, I don't need I don't need the FBI knocking on my door or anything like that. So let's, yeah, they're pent up. That's what I'm saying. I guess they are. I reckon they are. I mean, I'm respectful to everybody. And I'm just thinking to myself, holy smokes, you know. How you doing, Simon? Nice to see you. Hello, Perry. Perry Klum. I hope I'm saying that correct, Perry. There's a ton of new people on the channel. I went through a transition period where some people went off the channel at the same time that people were coming on, and now it's back to the, adding a lot of new people here, starting to pick up that momentum again. So there's a lot of people I've never really seen. I don't think you could fly to Iraq from the U.S. You're safe. Yeah, I'm safe. Yay. Yeah, I don't think you can book a direct flight unless you're a, military attache. Took like 2 terrorists sitting in a cafe. Well, Carlos, I don't know. Like I said, I've kept. Hey, Monique, how you doing? I've kept to my knitting. It's now officially been 1 week. I've not been over to the channel at all. Not watched any of the last week. I'm proud of that. Not that I'm not a Marshall hater by any stretch of the imagination. Like I say, I have a lot of caring and a lot of heart, but it's been a good week for me. I've been able to get some other stuff done. I got my belly button piercing done. The swelling continues to go down. I'm real happy about my shape, and I'm getting ready to hit the gym on Monday. I'm very excited about that. You have more people than what you realize. Oh, thank you, Simon. I appreciate that. Hey, Star Walker. Hey, Trish. How are you? The beautiful one sip at a time. Trish in the house. How are you doing, sweetheart? Nice to see you. If you're gay, don't go to the Middle East. Well, I would say that I would think that Lebanon is cool. Israel is cool. A little bit of Jordan, but outside of those three, you're really, and Turkey to some extent, you're really redlining over there. And I mean, I know they're putting it out there as a joke, but they're starting to rattle a few cages now and starting to do some parodies that are liable to get some people upset, particularly when it comes to Islam and all that. And I'm definitely a respecter of religions. Okay, I'm not here to Buddhism, Taoism, whatever. It's all good to we all do our own thing. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, sweetie. Back on the course tonight. My favorite purveyor of alcoholic beverages did not have any. I don't like Michelob Ultra in bottles. I like it in cans. They just fit better in the. They fit better in the fridge, and that's nice. You get that little 12-pack of those nice skinny-looking cans. They look good. They're real nice. So I enjoy that. Yeah, there's Oda May there. Oda May, that cake turned out pretty good, didn't it? I was real happy with the way that turned out. So I thought I would come on and chill a bit. I like to come on after I do the baking. I can't wait to have a piece of that cake tomorrow. So now some people. What about the Mad Dog 2020? Boy, I sure remember drinking that. Mogan David. Mogan David. Hey, Scotty. But I'm not of the Islam faith, okay? I'm not of the Islam faith. I don't read the Quran. So, just want to put that out there and be perfectly clear about that, okay? I don't answer to prayer, call to prayer, and, somebody's going to get hurt down here. We keep messing around with this stuff. Remember what happened in Denmark? Messing around with a cartoon, and then the next thing you know, they're rolling a bomb into the door of the newspaper place. And I mean, I don't want to see anybody get hurt. Try Nancy Pelosi's wines. I lived across the street from the Pelosi. Well, she was her. You don't know what her maiden name. You don't know anything about her background. You know, do you? Hmm? You know where Nancy Pelosi came from? That cake was really good looking, Joey D. How you doing? Do you know where Nancy Pelosi came from? Do you know anything about her background at all? Do you know anything about her background? Why she is the way, why she has such a mouthpiece on her? These things can get out. That's what I'm saying. Boone's Farm, absolutely. Boone's Farm. Yeah, she was, yeah, from Baltimore. From Baltimore. Okay. Nancy Pelosi's maiden name was D'Alessandro. Okay. Her dad was the mayor of Baltimore during the 1968 riots. Totally ineffective. Totally fucking ineffective. You know what? Only the 16th Airborne coming in some division from down in Georgia saved the city from being burned down in 1968 while her dad was cowering underneath of a desk in City Hall. Her uncle, or actually her grandfather, was a congressman, Tommy D'Alessandro Sr. I lived across the street. You can see my videos in 2013. When I lived in Little Italy, right across the street from the D'Alessandro house in Little Italy in Baltimore. And all I can say is this crew had the biggest fucking mouth. These people had the biggest mouth. You could have your windows open and they would be screaming and hollering, you know, hooping and hollering and yelling and throwing shit at each other. And it was just unbelievable. Like, like 3 or 4 generations in one row house, on sweaty row house in downtown Baltimore. Right? She's out living the high life and left them behind. Right? Yeah, I don't really know. You had Dianne Feinstein. Her husband's a big time contractor. He's raking in the dough. Ray May. She's the armed services chairwoman, right? I'm not talking about politics. I'm talking about people. So don't get bent out of shape. Don't think it's a Democrat or Republican. You know, I lived in an Italian neighborhood. Everybody was screaming, hey, Frankie, hey, don't cross the street, fuck you, you know, hey, you know, the fungal on you. I was used to hearing that all day long. But this crew was unbelievable. I mean, these streets are narrow, 4-story tall, sweat boxes, and all you hear are these people screaming on the streets. I mean, you could be around the corner playing bocce ball, you still hear these people screaming. So every time she opens her mouth, I hear that Baltimore accent, you know, just like former Senator Barbara Mikulski from. And my citizens in Baltimore are not very happy, Mr. President, with the state of affairs in Washington. You just shake. Oh, yeah, Meg Whitman. I don't know. But I'm just saying, you know, Speaker of the House should be elegant. Like I said, this isn't politics. This has nothing to do with blue or red. It's just my experience of this family has been nothing but negative. I remember standing next to my dad in 1968, being 10 years old, and everything in flames all around us. And my dad's like, hey, we're probably not going to make it out of this place. And it's like, aren't the cops going to come? And the cops are like, they're pulled back, right? The mayor's hiding under his desk. And thank God, Spiro T. Agnew, the vice president. You may say what you want about him, income tax cheat, but he was a governor that acted, man. And he called in the National Guard. He called in he called in the Army, the Airborne. How you doing, Teresa? How you doing, honey? So, yeah, Carly Fiorini. So, you know, it's like, oh, wow. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Nice to see you, honey. So I'm just saying, I don't know how we got on this the tangent, Baghdad or bust. I'm just saying, let's be careful, people, that this thing doesn't really take on a life of its own, and our parodies and things become an affront to somebody, and we don't want to trigger some kind of Islamic backlash in our community. Okay, I'm already seeing a few people starting to write in blurble and scribbles, blurble on the chat and chicken scrawl and stuff. So let's just be careful about that. I ain't going to Pakistan. I might go to Turkey. That would be about it. Yeah, there's still a lot of radicalism here in the U.S. I mean, look at what goes on up in Michigan. There, you have like a really heavy. I mean, you got a congresswoman being sworn in, right? And her first day in office, what does she say out loud for the congressional record? She says, "Impeach that MF." Speaking about Trump, it's like, whoa. Did a Congress person really say that? Woo! Yeah, Midnight Express, wasn't that wild? If that Midnight Express jail in Turkey, in Istanbul, was loaded with 5 to 10 delightfully gorgeous Turkish women, I'll plant marijuana or hash oil on my own self. Okay. That was a true story. Yes, it was. That was a true story. I mean, you just don't. You remember that when the big jail guard got the hook in the back of his head, the coat hook? Yeah, it's out of hand, Simon. It really is. How you doing, Katie? Yeah, 4 or 5 handsome Turkish men. Well, 5 or 10 vivacious Turkish chicks, right? Did you bring this into the country? Yes, I did. Am I going to go to the jail with the chicks with the big bazoombas and nice looking ones? No, you're going out to work on the railroad. We're putting a rail line to the Russian border, okay? you talk about your fucking wig popping off, holy shit, that'll get your wig, that'll flip your wig, I mean, holy hell, Monique, it's like he thought you were going one way and it's like, oh, what? You look strong, That's the sound of the trannies working on the chain gang. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That makes me laugh. I mean, that's just wig popping stuff right there. Yeah, so wrong. Funny as hell, though. But I'm telling you, you got to really watch it. You got a police, you have government intelligence and stuff that looks the other way when that's radicalism happens. You think they want to stand in the way of that? They're all for swift and complete justice. Oh, did you enjoy that, Mike? We went to a coin show, a big bourse, B-O-U-R-S-E. Sometimes the sound cut. We were in a big metal building, so it didn't come out real good. Someone needs to say it out loud to get rid of a man who has no moral fiber. How you doing, Susie Q? We're just being mellow tonight, just having a little bit of chat. Yeah, who are we talking about? Because even though I haven't been around that thing for a week, Now I'm getting tagged into this whole 2 tickets to Baghdad scenario. What's your favorite movie? I think there's two. I don't really have. There's 3 movies that are particularly standouts to me. Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, 1939. Jimmy Stewart is the absolute finest 7 minutes that you'll ever see on film. When he gives his final address on the floor of the United States Senate. when the old gang boss back in the home state's trying to railroad him and sending in baskets of fake telegrams and shit. Some of the finest acting you'll ever see. Okay. Absolutely tremendous. Okay. Good movie. Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Okay. Starring the great Gene Auther, many 30s and 40s characters, movies. The Best Years of Our Lives, 1946. Best Years of Our Lives. The first war movie that ever put a human and tragic face on the aftermath of war, following the life of 3 GIs that came back. 1 Air Force guy, 1 Navy guy, and 1 Army guy. Now, unfortunately for the Navy guy, when he was loading up racks of depth charges on the PT boat or whatever, he lost his hands. And he came back and he was portrayed in the movie as having metal, metal, for lack of a better word, claws. And it shocked people at the movies at that time. It had the great Frederick March in it, Dana Andrews, and some unknown guy who actually did lose his hands in World War II, and he won the Oscar for that. A tremendous movie. See his family, his mother never knew, and he comes home and drops his duffel bag, and there's his, his mom just bursts into tears. It's an incredible, hey, against the wind. It's a very powerful movie. The Best Years of Our Lives. Won, I don't know how many Academy Awards. For a feel-good movie, I think It's a Wonderful Life. I say that because a lot of people say it's a very hokey movie, but It's a Wonderful Life's message was one of, don't throw your life away, because your life touches more people than you ever think that it does. And it gives George Bailey, the main character in the movie, a chance to see what his community, what his world would be like if he had never been born. He never would have saved his brother from going through the ice when he was a kid. And as a result, his brother would have died when a transport plane crashed into their troop carrier, ship carrier, just all kinds of things that you could never imagine. It's a great Christmas movie. But I would have to say, how you doing, Janie? I would have to say that the best of the best, that just combines cinematography, scale, epic scale, good acting, would still be, to me, Gone with the Wind. Some of those scenes are just epic in there. Of course, everybody talks about the burning of Atlanta, that great scene. One of the first Technicolor movies that had color in it. Just blew people away. Just the technical achievements in that movie. But I remember one scene in particular in that movie, Gone with the Wind. When after the war, when the wounded were being gathered at the depot, there's one of the most famous shots in all of cinema history, where that camera guy is on a long boom with, at the same time, he's backing out the shot from a telephoto, from a close-in to a telephoto. And as he pulls out, you can see the epic scale. Here's Scarlett O'Hara walking through that depot with thousands and thousands and thousands of soldiers on stretchers, and she's got to try to find Ashley Wilkes, and it's a really slow pullback And right within that frame, you can see the colossal horror of war visited on the South when the war was over. Thank you, Teresa. Yeah, Jimmy Stewart was United States Air Force captain in many bombing missions. A bona fide, no bullshit. Bona fide, no bullshit. That's when men were men and lived a really good life, and just a person that everybody could look up to. Just Mr. I love Jimmy Stewart. Was always my favorite actor because he was typical American guy. Nothing special. Nothing. No. Hold on a minute. No, let's just be reasonable about this. Let's back it up. Let's take our time. Baghdad the Birds. Yeah, they were dummies, Lynn. Yeah, they were dummies because you could not, this was the Depression. I mean, they weren't going to put some rags in a bag. That's exactly right. But the shot was very famous. They just had a lot of epic. They had very excellent cinematography in that, because I'm all about, cinema, how they took a shot or how they did that, or the special effects that they did that. I just love Jimmy Stewart when he was in Who Shot Liberty Valance, and just playing an inept, bumbling lawyer and Catcher in the Rye. Exactly. How you doing, Bergs? That was epic cinematography. Just epic. Cinema Kane. Hey, Rising Sun. Citizen Kane is another one where cinematography broke. It had nothing to do with Orson Welles. It had to do with the video. It had to do with the cinematographer. He's the one that did the shots, but Orson Welles got the credit for some of the dimensional shots and just library scenes. Alfred Hitchcock was another one that would, start close and then pull back forever to a gigantic scene in a library, or a Mexican guy singing, and you see this close up on his mouth, and then you just pull away to this huge crowd and stuff. Very interesting. Rear Windows, excellent. Raymond Burr is very understated in that role. Rear Window is very good. Glenn Miller, yeah. The Glenn Miller story was excellent with Jimmy Stewart in there. I'm just biding my time. That's the kind of guy when other folks are dizzy, I get busy. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Rear Window was great. Yeah, they were ahead of their time. Some of these guys took tremendous chances on their Jimmy Stewart movie with the Invisible. That was Harvey. Yeah. Harvey was another outstanding character. The Jimmy Stewart and How the West Was Won. Jimmy Stewart in the Strategic Air Command. When he was playing a real life role of being in the Strategic Air Command, and it's interesting stuff. Some really great stuff was done in the 30s and 40s. But I'll tell you, a movie that'll really blow you away is you look at Joan of Arc, 1928. Joan of Arc, black and white. Crisp, silent. But oh my God, what a terrorizing flick that is. I think it's called The Trial of Joan of Arc or something like that. That'll pop your wig off of your head for 1928 or whatever. That's a horrific film. I think Louise Brooks' Diary of a Bad Girl too is a pretty amazing silent. Come Back Little Sheba with Shirley Booth, amazing. The woman that played Hazel on the TV series, amazing. Come Back Little Sheba. Ernest Borgnine and Betty Davis in A Catered Affair. I mean, there were so many outstanding movies. Today, you look at movies today and everything is filmed in a blue wash. It's blue and black. And it's good if you're a woman, because women are now elevated to the, to the center core of cinema today. They're the superheroes. I mean, you still have The Rock and other stuff, but I'm saying but all these movies are very dark. They're all, you look at the color grading, they're all blue and black and very dim and very, they're all a world of, it's so counter to the 60s of Doris Day and, Julie Andrews and oh, dude, we're going to be, yeah, I baked tonight, Lynn. I made a better than sex cake. If you want to get drunk, watching every time that damn kid says Shane. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, the Joan of Arc it's just a freak show. It's just a freak show. It has more power than any spoken. It's a silent, but it's more, a lot of silent movies are incredibly woo. Some of them are way ahead of their time too. Yeah, please don't eat the daisy. Not to change this. What's getting ready? Wife's getting ready to go to bed, but you wanted to know there's that leopard top. Yeah, this is a leopard top with blue trim that I'm wearing. Doris and Rock. Yeah, it's like a camisole. Yeah, it's you'd like the name of that cake, but nothing better than sex. If a cake is you, that's what I'm. Yeah, that's what I agree, Greg. If it's better, yes. Greg's wrench has been restored. Yes. Greg and I have had our talks. My allergies are kicking. No, it's all right, Oda. Get some rest tonight, honey. We all work you to death. Yeah, would Wizard of Oz fall into cinema greats for its time? It would, because if you see the original, like 1915, I want to say 1915 Wizard of Oz, silent, absolutely, it's horrendous. I'm surprised anybody ever went to see the 1939 remake, because poor Frank Baum, who wrote The Wizard of Oz, he should have fucking sued whatever studio. Somebody tell me when the first Wizard of Oz, or like, I want to think 1915, 1911, something like that. It was absolutely horrendous. Terrible. The worst costuming, the worst. Really? Terrible. But the 1939, think of the cast of it. Ray Bolger is a scarecrow. Try to imagine Wizard of Oz without Ray Bolger. Try to envision a Wizard of Oz with Buddy Ebsen, who played Jed Clampett as the Tin Man. But Jed Clampett was allergic to the aluminum dust that they used to, he had a terrible reaction to that. Yeah, 1910. It was awful. Frank Baum must have just, the movie was terrible. You put in those key people, and how about Margaret Hamilton as the Wicked Witch of the West? Try to envision somebody else as the Wicked Witch of the West. That's a movie where the casting made the movie. Would you agree? Bert Lahr is the line. Would you agree that the casting made that movie? Yeah, Bergs, I'll give you a link. Would you agree that the casting made that movie? I think that made that movie phenomenal. Hey, Vinny, how you doing, my friend? The casting was phenomenal. She was burnt bad in it. But the casting was phenomenal. Yeah, her costume caught fire. It was a dangerous, it was not an easy movie. She was like a Betty Davis. She didn't mind making ugly for a role. How about Whatever Happened to Baby Jane? Probably one of the most shocking movies people had seen. Bergs, you got no sound.
Oh, what?
I got no sound. They can hear me. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Do it. Oh, I'm not plugged in. Fuck. Hold on a minute. Sorry, Bergs. You're right. Hold on.
Oh,
shit.
Yeah.
I'm not plugged in. Hold on a minute. There we go.
Hey, Rosie.
Yeah, let me turn you down for a second. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, how you doing, Bergs?
Okay, you want to hear what happened?
Hey, Juice, what happened?
The streets are still 2 or 3 feet of slush, right? And there was this kid who was driving and he got stuck. He was a Mexican guy, like a Domino's whatever, and he was, his back tires. And Rosa, he was driving like a Mercedes or like a BMW. I don't know what it was.
To deliver pizza?
Yeah, I swear to God.
Jesus. I mean, I'm thinking.
Bottom line is this. He was not the show. And he was out there in short sleeve. We're talking, it's 32 degrees here, Rosie. Bottom line.
Well, did you help him out?
Oh, hold on a second. Calm down.
All right.
I watched from my garage. I watched like a spectacle, like I'm watching a event. Okay. I watched a fellow neighbor, and the neighbor was not able to help him. I don't know why. I went inside the house. I brought in the groceries and what I had to do. I walked back out. I said, "Hey, brother, you need a hand?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "I'll be right there." You hear me?
Yep.
So the Bergs put on his beanie cap. The Bergs put on his trusty beanie cap. The Bergs put on his trusty rap. No, I'm not fucking around. Hey, Rosa, I can't see you. I can only see your fucking face.
Oh, okay. Well, let me just get myself in there. Okay.
Hey, Rosa, I can only see your tits, baby.
Hold on a minute. All right, there we go.
Woo! Hey, Rosa, give me a woo, baby.
Woo!
Woo, baby, woo!
So what did you do? Did you help him?
Hold on a second. So I fucking yelled to him. I yelled to him from my fucking garage. I go, "Hold on a second." All right. So the Bergs put on his fucking beanie cap, his fucking scarf, his fucking gloves. I grabbed my big old fucking trusty shovel, and I went up there, and I said, "Just calm the fuck down." In Spanish, I talked to him. Okay. I said, tranquilo, tranquilo, amigo, tranquilo. Just calm down.
You know how to speak Spanish?
A little bit.
Okay.
But the bottom line is this. I said, uno, dos, tres, right? Because he actually spoke English, but he also spoke Spanish. So it like gives me an excuse to try to speak Spanish.
So what did you do? Were you able to get him out with his fancy?
I want to say, calm down. Okay, because Rosie, what they do is they basically get stuck, and their back wheels go. You know what I'm talking about, Rosie?
Yeah.
So what they do is,
I would think that they had little better posi traction on a BMW, but
Hold on a second. Calm down. I swear to God, it was a BMW. Bottom line is, he got out and it was an older BMW. The bottom line is, he got out and kept on trying to shovel, and I was just kind of watching from my garage, kind of like a spectator. Okay, like, are you really going to do this, or do you really need the birds? You know what I mean? Do you really need the Superman? Do you need the Superbirds? Do you need me to take off my cape and put on the Superbirds outfit?
Finish the story because I want to get back to movie talk. Go ahead.
Okay, hold on. So obviously he did. So I said, hold on a second, brother. I went up there and I said, just get in your car, just calm down. And I don't shovel around the tires, Rosie. I shoveled around where my feet are, because you're talking 6 feet tall, 250 pounds, a New Jersey muscle. All right. Okay. So you don't want to. Okay. So Rosie, I got my left leg. Boom. Ooh, I got it fitted in there, brother. You know what I'm talking about. And then I said, okay, I want you to put it in neutral, because this car was a stick shift, Rosie. Hold on a second, Rosie. This is the 5-speed. I said, put it in neutral and let it back up about 6 inches, and then boom. So he did it, and then boom, I got him about 8 or 10 feet up. And then it went again. And then we did it again, Rosie. And boom, the birds. I won, baby. He fucking got out of there.
Well, that's
He
good.
left.
I'm glad you helped somebody.
No, Rosie, I did all this. No super chat money, no nothing. No e-begging. What do you think of that, baby?
The side chat said you're the worst storyteller ever on.
Yeah, but what do you think about that, Rosie? No super
right.
chat,
Bergs,
no money, no nothing.
Bergs, what's your favorite movie of all time?
Shawshank Redemption.
What was it about Shawshank Redemption that made it?
Actually, check that. The Bergshank Redemption, baby. Woo.
What was it that I agree it was a good movie. What was it?
My best line in that movie was when Andy Dufresne said to Red, he goes, hope is the best thing. Remember, he said something about hope. Remember, he said something like hope is the best thing. What?
Are you saying Morgan Freeman told him, or the warden told him? Who are you talking?
No, when Andy Dufresne, played by the actor, what's that guy's name? The white guy.
That's helpful. Yeah.
No, I mean, what was that guy's name? The main guy. Can you ask the fucking side chat?
Well, they'll tell you in a second. Okay, they'll tell you. Hey, Jessica, Jennifer, how you doing?
What's the guy's name, man? I mean, come on.
He's married to.
No, he was married. He's not married anymore.
Married to Susan Sarandon. I can't remember. His name was the main guy. That's it.
Timothy something. Tim something. You're telling me your people aren't coming through?
They're coming through. Tim Robbins. Yes, he's married to
Tim Robbins.
Yeah.
He said this, Rosie. He said to Red, he goes, hope is the best thing. Remember that?
Yeah, I mean, what made it great? The way it was delivered, or what?
Well, I'm obviously not reciting it the way he said it. I mean, obviously that is my favorite movie of all time. How about you?
Well, I was talking about, there's quite a few of them, and now that Vinny's in here, I do have to give a shout out to Australian movies. Muriel's Beach is outstanding, but Strictly Ballroom is a movie that I think everybody should watch. Strictly Ballroom. It's amazing how you can take something like ballroom dancing and make a great, because very few people are into ballroom dancing, but you can make a very captivating, very exciting movie. And they just did an awesome job. If anybody's ever seen Strictly Ballroom, Muriel's Wedding, yes, it's another great.
Now, come on, Rosie. You can't even say that's in the. You can't even say that's in the fucking same ballpark as Shawshank Redemption. Come on.
In a different genre, it's a much more
talking about the Bergshank Redemption, baby.
Shawshank Redemption takes place on a very small set, where Strictly Ballroom is across a whole, it encompasses a whole arena of people. It's very interesting. I don't know. It's just a different. I did like Shawshank Redemption. I thought was a great movie. I think Morgan Freeman really made that movie. My favorite line was when he was leaving, and he's like talking to himself at the end for the first time in my life. I broke parole and was out on the outside. I thought that was pretty cool the way he was talking to himself.
Yeah, you're right.
When he looked under that stone wall.
I know exactly what you're talking about, but I can't remember it either.
Yes,
because you and I are both getting old, baby.
Muriel's Wedding was great with the Hislop family. What a great name. There's, we don't see that name Hislop, but it's a very Australian, evidently a very Australian name, Hislop. Yeah, Schindler's List was great.
No, come on. Schindler's List is about one of the most terrible times in history.
Yeah, but it was great. It showed you a different slant on a same period of time, Bergs. It shows.
I see what you're saying, but no.
It was
Shawshank, and I'm 46 years old. I am not a young buck. I've been around a while. I know I'm not as old as you, but the bottom line is this. Shawshank Redemption is the best movie of my lifetime, and I was born in 1973.
Okay.
Bottom line.
So confused.
You were born 1958, so you have a different view than I do. Bottom line.
No, but I liked Shawshank Redemption very much. I thought it was a brilliant movie.
I mean, you might think that Chinatown with Jack Nicholson is better.
I actually was bored by Chinatown.
Hey, Rosie, by the way, I can only see your tits. I can't see your face, baby.
I'm right in the middle of this center square here, Bergs. I mean,
You don't like the movie Chinatown?
No, I didn't enjoy that movie at all.
How about One Flew Over the
that was a great movie. I like Jack Nicholson in that. That was great. I like Jack Nicholson in The Shining. It was brilliant.
Let me tell you, people.
Hold on a minute. I think we had another accident on the front street. Hold on a minute.
Let me tell you, people. Everything from The Shining is correct. Because the Bergs, the last 2 weeks, has been going through basically snow and snow fatigue. Bottom line, folks.
Yeah, I think somebody hit a car and just took off out there. Oh,
I'm not saying I'm going through the same snow fatigue that Jack Nicholson went through.
Oh, yeah, I saw Vinny's tour of Melbourne. I was watching that today. It was great. I liked AC/DC Alley was amazing there. Yep.
I like that thing, Rosie, but did you notice that in Melbourne, everyone's white?
No, there's a huge Chinese population in Melbourne.
Everyone I saw, Rosie, was white. I am used to being from places just like you are, where people are white, black, Mexican, Asian.
Scottish. No,
I don't like them. I I like a I like a I like diversity,
that's
Rosie.
actually the place that has the best Chinese food outside of China is in
Oh
Melbourne.
my God, you got to be kidding me, dude.
Well,
Jesus.
have you been to Melbourne? I have.
You ever you been to Seattle? I
No.
can't believe you've never been to Seattle, and you live in Santa Rosa, and you never said, "Hey, Rosa, I can't see you. I can only see your tits."
Oh my
Bottom
God.
line.
Look, am I in the frame? There I
Yeah,
am.
I
Yeah,
mean,
there I am.
you.
Okay.
Bottom line. Bottom line. I like the bottom line. I like diversity. I like soul food.
I like the Green Mile. I did Scottish. Yep.
Hey, let me tell you there, Slimy G. Bottom line, we got here in Seattle, we got a black section, we got soul food, we got Mexican, we got food trucks everywhere, Mexican. I didn't see you show me one food truck, Vinny G. I didn't see you show me anything. Okay? Okay, we got tons of Vietnamese pho places. We got tons of Korean places. We got everything. Seattle's the best city in the world. So don't even try to tell me that Melbourne, Australia is better than Seattle, brother. Because I will
Well,
come up
I think for
bottom line.
Chinese food, it's outstanding. Melbourne
No way.
is beauty. I think.
He didn't show us any of that, Rosie. What are you talking about?
I mean, he'll get. It doesn't have to show you everything.
No. He
Melbourne
didn't
is
show
a
me anything.
big. Melbourne is a big city. Okay, there's a lot to see
It's a
down
big city filled with white people like you and I. I don't like living with white people. I like living with everybody.
there. Okay.
What do you think of that, Rosie?
Well, to each his own. That's fine. I mean,
I like living with everybody, baby.
Yeah, I think Melbourne's a very, very livable.
It's a very homogenous. It's a very homogenous city. It's all white.
Yeah, I would venture to say when Vinny went to the Crown Casino, there'd be quite a core of Chinese gambling away in there and stuff. And,
I don't know. Only thing I saw was white people. And that is a kiss of death. That is a kiss of death if you're going to live in a city like that, because you know what that means.
I'll send you a link now.
You're talking about zero diversity.
In the green room last time. You didn't
bring his ass up here.
I just gave Teresa a link. All you have to do is go pick it up in the green room, Teresa. Okay.
Bottom line is this, Rosie. I love diversity. Okay.
Well, I like diversity too. I like diversity here, but I'm saying Melbourne has an enormous Chinese population down there. Hello, Cheryl. Nice to see you.
But the only thing I saw was white people.
Well, remember where Vinny was taking you? He was taking you down to the traditional tourist areas where people are going down to AC/DC
lane
down there and all the artwork. I thought it was fantastic. He has the gimbal, so he's not shaking his ass going down the street. And I know it took a lot out of Vinny to walk his ass around and do
I told him, man, go have a fucking beer. He was like, no, I can't have a beer. I got to drive. I go, everybody drives. You can't have a beer or two?
Well, who knows, but I'm saying I thought he gave a very good effort for showing around, because we were very interested in AC/DC. I thought that AC/DC was out of Scotland myself, but actually they were.
Rosie. Yeah, you're talking to birds. You're talking to a musician here. AC/DC, they're all from fucking the UK. Okay,
you're at it, Jinxie. Yeah. Okay. No.
They're all from the UK except for Bon Scott.
I don't give a damn where they're from. AC/DC came together in Melbourne, Australia.
The bottom line is they're all from the UK, Rosie.
I don't care where they're from, but I'm saying the band was formed in Australia. Okay, I
Yeah.
know that for a
So,
fact.
and
Okay,
what's your point?
my
What's your
point
point?
is, it's a point of pride for Australia to
So,
probably.
are you trying to say that they're a fucking Australian band?
I would say they are,
Really?
and I would say they're probably the one of the premier top five of the of.
So you're saying that Angus and Malcolm Young are from Australia?
I'm saying their band was formed in Australia. Okay, their early days. Hello, Teresa.
I don't agree, but okay.
Well, go look it up.
Rosie, you're talking to a fucking
Yeah,
musician.
very high voltage.
Rosie, am I a musician? Yes or no?
Yes,
Okay,
but I
thank
don't
you.
know if you know the
I know
etymology of
about
some of
everything.
these, the history of some of these groups.
I am the show. Believe me.
Well, that may very well be, but I give kudos to Vinny. He used the gimbal today, and he did a very nice job of using that gimbal to very great effect. Okay,
Hey, Teresa, what's up?
I think she went to get a box of wine.
Beer? The bottom line is this. I love ACDC, Rosie, but the young brothers, Malcolm Young, George Young, Angus Young, they were all from the UK.
Yeah,
They were
I
all
know where
expatriates.
Errol Flynn was from.
They were all expatriates, Rosie.
I bet in a million years, Bergs could not know where Errol Flynn was from.
Okay. I don't mind. Do you have me blocked, Rosie?
Who? You?
So Rosie, so where'd you go to dinner tonight, baby?
We'll see. You have to wait till tomorrow to see.
You already told me. Yeah, I'm not going to tell everybody.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I did tell you today, actually.
Oh, yeah, by the way, Rosie went to Wendy's tonight for dinner.
There's Jinxie. How you doing, Jinxie?
Hey, meow.
Jinxie,
Rosie had a double-double. Rosie had a double-double for dinner.
Yeah, there you go, Nip. There you go, Janie. Let loose your shit tonight. There you go.
Woo!
Jinx, what's your favorite movie of all time, honey?
Ooh, I love movies.
Give me a top three. Give me a top three of memorable movies that.
Okay, Cloud Atlas,
Good.
Chainsaw Massacre, but like the 2015-ish one.
Oh man, Jinx, I didn't know you had it in you, honey.
I love the horror movies.
Oh man,
Hey Jinx, what about the Shawshank Redemption, baby?
Oh yeah, that's okay. Thank you. That's gonna be number 3, actually. Yeah.
Anything classic, or you like the more recent stuff, Jinxie?
Well, you told me about Soylent Green, and I loved that movie.
That was Charlton Heston at his finest.
It was so good. And if like any older movies that are like that, I want to see them.
Yeah, and just for and I haven't Googled anything. Just for your edification and gratification, Errol Flynn is from Tasmania. Okay, just so you know.
Oh.
By the way, Rosie, are you going to bring up Vinny? Please.
Vinny, anytime he wants to, because I just asked Vinny, please don't.
No, because Vinny actually doesn't believe.
He's always very agreeable to anything I ask. You know, he's a good citizen on my chats, of course. You know.
But Vinny actually doesn't believe that Tasmania is part of Australia, and actually it is.
Well, that's where great Errol Flynn is out of Tasmania.
Wait. So Errol Flynn was born in Tasmania?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
Probably one of the most athletic actors ever to be in Hollywood. Van Diemen.
most athletic actor in Hollywood is Elvis.
I don't know. I mean, I don't never seen him get
Elbow.
out. I never see him get out of his seat, to be honest with
I
you.
was kidding around, man. Come on.
Yep.
$5,000 Flex Steel blue velour. Woo!
I don't know. It's officially been 1 week since I've watched any Elvis at all. So.
Oh yeah, you're full of shit. Come on.
No. My hand to God on the Bible. Nope. Let's see. Katie says Hollywood done lost its mojo in this to remakes. That's what I'm saying. They're in this rut, Katie. They can't dare take a risk to make anything. They can't dare. Everything is all remakes and sequels and prequels. They don't got the balls to break new ground and try something. They're so corporate driven now that they're fucked. Okay.
You want to put a gun on my head? Okay, Rosie, you put a gun on my head and you say, hey, Bergs, what are your 3 top movies of all time?
Yeah, I want to know.
Okay, I'll say this to you, girls. In no particular order. Okay? We're talking about Midnight Cowboy from 1969 with
What did you like about it?
I just love the movie with Dustin Hoffman and what's his name?
Dennis Hopper.
No, Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman shit. Come on, tell me the guy, good-looking guy that.
What's the guy's name? Come on, Rosie.
Deer Hunter. I can't remember his damn name.
And blah blah blah.
Good-looking guy.
How about the side chat? Can the side chat help out?
Yeah, they'll tell you. They'll tell who played opposite Dustin Hoffman in Midnight Cowboy.
1969, people.
Somebody will get it. Janie will get it in a second.
Yeah, come on, Janie.
John Boyd, thank you, hippie chick.
Okay,
Yeah.
John Boyd. Yeah, John Boyd. Bottom line, you're talking to the Bergs here. You're talking to the Bergs here. You're talking to the Bergs. You're asking me. You're putting a gun to the Bergs' head. The bottom line, my top 3 movies of all time are basically Midnight Cowboy. 1. You're talking 2. A Few Good Men.
What, because of Jack Nicholson?
Yeah, Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise, 1992. And 3, Shawshank Redemption, baby. Woo!
They're good movies.
What do you think of those movies, Rosie?
Yeah, Charles Grodin, Midnight Cowboy. Yeah, he was pretty.
What are your top?
No. Charles Grodin was not in Midnight. He was in a different movie.
Yeah. Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, 1939.
Washington?
Really?
Yep. Yeah, it's the greatest 7 minutes you'll ever see in cinema, with Jimmy Stewart on the floor of the United States Senate, giving one of the most powerful performances that you will ever see. But
Rosie, what do you think about my 3 picks? I mean, do you think
they're great? They're very good.
Solid or what?
Yeah, they're solid. Yeah. I just
what do you think about Jenks?
Can't identify what made Midnight Cowboy great, though.
Well, I mean,
it was Dustin Hoffman limping along and.
Hey, Jixie, what do you think about my 3 picks, baby?
Hey, darling.
I think they're wonderful.
I always like Jixie. Everyone thinks I hate Jixie. I don't hate Jixie.
Why? Who in the hell could ever hate Jinx?
Well,
I know, but Jixie and I got off to a rough start.
Yeah, you did happen to call me a Canadian cunt.
I know, but you know what? I was drunk, and then everyone recorded it and made it into a fucking hostage.
Hey, Johnny Wad, how you doing?
I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried
about it either. I mean, Jesus Christ, it was a year ago. As I was talking to Rosie today on the phone, I talked to Rosie a lot. I don't think about the past. I think about today, and that's what Rosie.
Biker gang terrorized streets, sparks on the ground. Name the movie. It was filmed near Santa Cruz.
Hey, Rosie, how can you not like Chinatown? That was a great movie.
I'm not much on Faye Dunaway.
Huh. That was a great movie, though.
I found her. The only movie I ever liked her in was Network News. That was it. Go stick your head out the window and scream, "I'm madder than hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore." I love that.
Did you like
Yeah, Giant was good too with
did you like all the
and Cat on the Hot Tin Roof was good with Liz Taylor too. That was good.
all the President's Men, or what was it called?
Yeah, All the President's Men with Dustin Hoffman and Robert Redford.
Yeah, what do you think of that movie? With about the Deep Throat.
Was a Santa Rosa guy.
About Deep Throat.
Yeah, he turned out he was a Santa Rosa, worked for the FBI.
Was he?
Yep, lived in Santa Rosa. Yeah.
Deep Throat.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is Deep Throat AKA elbow or?
No. Yeah, I'm
just
not
kidding
sure
around. Just kidding around.
Born Free. I'm not sure about that didn't do a hell of a lot for me. Born Free. Some people really loved it though. But then again, some people really liked it.
What do you guys think of the movie Rosie? What do you think of the movie Groundhog Day?
Loved it. I loved when Phil was driving the pickup truck to the quarry. Both balls on the wheel.
What's the tiny Phil?
Yeah, he was driving the pickup truck in the dream. Went over
Punxsutawney Polly the parrot.
Yeah, he was telling him keep both paws on the wheel now.
Oh fuck yeah, that was a good movie.
That was a great movie. I liked a lot of stuff that Bill Murray was. A lot of stuff.
But see, the thing is, though, when you come down to your favorite movies, though, Rosie, you can't have a comedy.
All right, well, let's talk about best cult movie. Susie's best cult movie was Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I've never seen that.
My best cult movie.
That's a good movie.
Reefer Madness, 1932 or 1933, about marijuana. The earliest movie about Tess.
Yeah.
A cult one.
They did a Reefer Madness.
Night of the Living Dead is another big cult.
They did a Reefer Madness in 2001, and I loved it. It was so good.
Jinx, you got to go back and watch the. It's in the public. 1930.
Yeah, they incorporated that into the. It's a musical. Kirsten Dunst or.
Yeah. It's just wild though, especially the ending of the first Reefer Madness. I mean, they went for absolute shock value at the end of that. Movie. Unbelievable.
To be honest with you, I'm not really into cult movies. I mean, you know
no
what?
Way.
You know what? Fuck that shit. I'm into real movies. I
want to predict
a lot of stuff. John Waters did out of Baltimore was very cult.
I'm into real shit, Jake. I'm into real.
Lust in the Dust with Divine and Pink Flamingo and all that.
You're talking to the Bergs here. I'm into real movies. I'm not into cult movies. I'm into real movies.
No, wait. Well, the whole point of a cult classic is that no one thought it would be good, but then
I get it. Everybody, everybody thought that about Animal House. Hey, Rosie, you were a teenager at the time. Animal House. Everyone thought it was a cult movie, and it became huge. But the bottom line is, I'm not into the comedies. When you're talking about the greatest movies of all time, you cannot mention comedies. It has to be dramas like Shawshank Redemption, like Midnight Cowboy, like A Few Good Men. Like, those are my three movies, bottom line.
Bergs,
and I put those up against any of your movies any time of the week.
Bergs, let me tell you this. Animal House came out when I was in college. The greatest
and I am Artie Lang. My name is Artie Lang, okay?
The greatest thing, Bergs, was when Otter and Flounder were walking up to this house to pledge, and they came to Animal House, and all of a sudden a fucking mannequin came flying through the third floor. I remember watching that.
A fucking Rosie doll. A Rosie doll.
I remember watching that as a freshman, saying that's exactly the fucking fraternity I want to be in, this Animal House. This is some rocking shit.
What
Hey,
are
Rosie, a fucking
Teresa's
Rosie doll
favorite-
came fucking flying through.
What
That's
are
it.
Teresa's favorite movies?
Yeah, Teresa, what about your favorites?
Top
Huh?
3.
What about you, Teresa?
I don't know. My favorite movies are the Trinity
3.
movies.
The what?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh
What
yeah.
movies?
Yeah, you got to explain
The Trinity movies. I like really old westerns. The Trinity movies with that Italian guy. I love those. I love like Rosie said earlier, you know, with Jimmy Stewart and John Wayne. Yeah, I love that.
Wait, Trinity? Trinity? Are you talking about like Star Wars?
the
What are you talking about?
I always watched John Wayne in all of his movies. I don't think he was an exceptional actor, but he was, you know, the guy, you know, he was like the human kind of guy that, you know, I identified with.
He was basically the show. He was the show.
You liked him in The Quiet Man, I think. You talked about that.
Oh my God, I love The Quiet Man. Maureen O'Hara in that, exceptional.
She's a real beauty.
So let me ask you gals a question. Would you agree when you come to your top 3 movies, you cannot really put a comedy in there? Would you guys agree or no?
Yes, I would agree.
Tell me why, though. Tell me why you would agree.
I think because dramatic things have a more lasting impact on
why?
people.
Why though? Why though?
Because I think laugh is a very temporal. What makes one person laugh may not make another, but dramatic movies tend to reach across.
You're right. You're right, Rosie. Good
so,
point.
Just my guess about that. So
you're right. Now let me tell you, at the end of Shawshank Redemption, when Red finally gets to Zihuatanejo, Mexico, and he gets on the beach, and Andy gets off the boat, and they hug. Tell me that you people didn't get a tear in your eye when they hugged at the end of the scene.
Hey,
end of the movie.
Yeah, I thought the '84 Batman was great. No,
come on, people. You guys know what I'm talking about? Come on, Jinx.
I know. It was a great movie. The Last American.
Well, yeah, I cried at Shawshank.
You know, the best line in Shawshank Redemption was when Andy said, you know, I had to come to prison, you know, to break the law.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying,
he was in there for no reason. So, you know, I mean, that line always sticks with me.
You know what? Now I'm mixing up Shawshank Redemption right now with American History X. I don't know why, but I'm like mixing
now
the 2 movies up.
Nippy Fan for Life said Last American Picture Show. Wasn't that Sybil Shepherd was in that movie? That was a good movie.
But if you watch Shawshank Redemption and you watch
We got it, buddy. Move on.
Okay, calm down. Just calm down. Okay,
no,
you calm down.
Oh
my God, we got it already.
Yeah, you listen to Auntie Teresa.
If you watch the last scene when they're on the beach.
Yeah, we got that.
Red makes it there, and then Andy sees them and they hug each other. I mean, that brought a tear to the Berg's eye. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I cry every time I see that. Okay. So do not, please.
No, but I'm saying Teresa's correct with the spaghetti westerns because it took an Italian to make great westerns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you guys ever saw the spaghetti westerns, you know, it's the Trinities. There's 3 movies.
Yeah. There's The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. There's A Fistful of Dollars, Hang 'em High. All those are great.
Yeah, but those aren't dramas, Rosie. Those aren't.
I don't know. Hang 'em High is pretty damn dramatic, you know.
It depends on what you like. Yeah.
You know, the Trinity I was thinking about was like A Man Called Trinity. If you look that up, you will see that he did 3 movies.
Well, that's one of my favorite actors too. Janie is Gene Hackman is just tremendous. And
So let me ask you girls something.
Hoosiers and
did you guys like the movie Midnight Cowboy?
No.
I don't know, Bergs. It left me very unsatisfied. You know,
I never saw
You didn't
it.
like Midnight Cowboy?
I enjoyed it. I just thought, I don't know, it was one of those pointless 70s.
70s? What do you mean? It was made in 1968, Rosie.
Well, I'm just saying, I thought it was 70, but it was another one of those pointless sort of, you know,
Pointless.
two fellow travelers, you know, and Dustin Hoffman going his way.
Rosie, just tell him you like it. You're gonna trigger him.
Rosie, John Voight came to New York City.
He was a gigolo.
He hooked up with Dustin Hoffman, who was all sick, and then they became best buddies. And then Dustin Hoffman was all sick and banged out, and then they took a bus down to Florida.
We know the movie, baby. We just don't like it.
It was a sad movie. It was a great movie.
Just like Teresa,
it was one of the best movies of all time. What are you talking about?
It's a banged out movie. You know, I mean, it's like
it was one of the best movies of all time, baby.
Oh my God!
What do you mean? Oh my God!
I mean, I think people say Easy Rider was probably more notable.
Oh, I hate Easy Rider. I didn't like that movie
absolutely.
at all.
That really put Jack Nicholson.
The Shining. What do you think about The Shining?
Great.
You can't beat The Shining.
I don't.
And Crothers, you know.
I don't like to put horror movies on there. I like to put. If you're talking about the top 3 of all time, they have to all be drama. I can't put comedies or horrors or thrillers. They all have to be drama.
Yeah, Mildred Pierce was excellent. I think Nippy, you and I are probably the only ones that ever.
What do you think about that, girls?
Mildred
that sucks.
Pierce is outstanding.
Some of the horror movies.
So you think The Berg sucks?
Are the best.
I think The Bergs is a little schnockered right now, and you're.
No, actually,
baby.
Yeah,
the bottom line
Teresa
is this, baby.
Are you
schnockered? Are you schnockered, Teresa?
Ghostbusters. Yeah.
Hey, Teresa, are you schnockered, baby?
No, actually, I'm not.
I mean, that's a great movie, Nippy, that very few people have ever seen. Mildred Pierce's.
Yeah, right.
Joan Crawford at her greatest.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was a good movie, for sure. I think that's one of her best movies, actually.
But hold on a second.
Whatever happened to Baby Jane?
Let me just ask Rosie, because Rosie is basically like God here on this channel. Bottom line is this, Rosie. When you agree when you're talking about the 3 best movies of all time, you have to eliminate comedies, horrors, or thrillers. They basically all have to be. They all have to be dramas. Would you agree? Yes or no?
All right, give him his.
Ladies, I think we've hit
Rosie, would you agree?
I would agree that the greatest movies.
Thank you. Rosie agrees. Thank you.
Well, shut up, Bergs, and let her talk.
Imitation of Life is outstanding with Natalie Wood. That's great. You know, it's
my God, that is stellar.
Yeah. I think that has Lana Turner in that too.
Yep, it does. Yep.
Great movie.
But hold on a second. But wouldn't you agree, though, Rosie, that if you were to have your 3 best movies of all time, that you would have to eliminate comedies, horrors, and thrillers?
Okay, well, you've already said that like
umpteen times. Teresa, just hold on. I just want to see what Rosie says.
Rosie, answer him before I kill myself.
I agree, but it's like Joshy said, Thelma and Louise. What did Joshy say? Blazing Saddles.
No. Blazing Saddles is a comedy.
Yeah, I'm saying
comedy.
Tootsie, that's a good one. You know, it's a man.
Shack is a comedy. Animal House is a comedy.
It's a mad, 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 mad world.
No.
Oh, I love that movie, Rosie.
Teresa, I love you, baby, but it's all gonna be about drama, baby.
Yeah, The Bad Seed was a great movie too. Great movie.
It's all gonna be about drama, girls. Bottom line.
English Patient was excellent. Yeah, just great. I think
I want you to name me 3 dramas, girls.
What was the?
Oh, good Lord.
But try to name something that
Good
was going
Lord.
great lately. I mean, Janet was talking about A Star Is Born, that remake. That's been done the 1930s and 1950s, and this one, hey Hondo, Spaceballs. That was funny.
Yeah, Spaceballs is a comedy. I mean, Hondo is a troll. He's a comedian. I'm talking about dramatic movies.
So, like, okay, so Bergs, did you like?
They all have to be dramas.
Okay, Bergs, hold on. I'm asking you about a drama. Did you like My Sister's Keeper?
I can't hear you, baby.
Did you like My Sister's Keeper?
Who was in that? What year? What are you talking about?
Lady Sings the Blues, another excellent one. Billie Holiday.
Oh, that is a really good movie.
I've never seen that, Jinx.
So Bergs, what do you think about John Wayne?
Yeah, I mean, John Wayne. I mean, you're talking about a guy who was in Western movies.
Well, you're talking about Rosalind
years
Russell.
ago,
Rosalind Russell, Star Wars.
decades ago. I'm not talking about Westerns. I'm talking about the best movies of all time are dramas. Bottom line.
All right. So, what do you think the best drama movies are?
Okay, well, I was born in 1973. Okay, so the bottom line is this: I can only give you movies that were from my era or a little bit before.
Fine. So just name the movies.
Okay, my top 3 movies of all time are Midnight Cowboy from 1969. Okay, Shawshank Redemption from 1994, and A Few Good Men from 1992. Bottom line, those are my top 3 movies of all time. Bottom line.
There you have it.
Yeah,
there you have it.
A Few Good Men is also considered like a thriller.
That's not a comedy. No. That's not a thriller.
No, but it's
that's a drama.
Oh yes,
that's a drama.
Is.
Look it up.
Well, it's drama as
Yikes.
well as
Ooh.
Look it up, baby. Look it up.
All right. Well, just agree.
Yeah,
look it up, Jinx. Ask
I can almost guarantee you. Listen, I can almost
Isn't Dr. Strangelove like a comedy? And that's a brilliant movie, you know?
A Few Good Men is a drama. Okay, A Few Good Men is not a
almost
thriller. It's a drama.
you that it's not labeled as only a drama. It's guaranteed labeled as drama, thriller, mystery.
It is a mystery, and it is actually a thriller because of the the lines that are in it. So
wait.
Yeah.
What are you? Wait. Are you girls saying that A Few Good Men is not a drama?
Understand the movie industry like we do because we're like movie people here, but so no.
Tell them.
You're wrong about that, baby.
Wait. Are you saying that I gotta ixnay A Few Good Men for my list?
No, you don't have to. I mean, it is drama, but it's mostly a thriller. It would be categorized.
Thriller. It's not a thriller. You ever seen it? It's
because it's a mystery thriller. They would categorize that movie as A Few Good Men as a mystery thriller.
100% agree. Yep.
Okay.
Aggie's like, why can't I?
Okay, well, hold on a second. Well, let me just come up with my third then.
Lucky, Aggie. How about actors that are terrifically overrated, in your opinion? That are actresses very overrated.
Okay, actors who are overrated. How about Ron Jeremy?
Well, I'm not talking about pornography. I'm talking about mainstream Hollywood.
How about Peter North?
Well, I'm talking about
Who's
Main
that?
Street Hollywood, not Van Nuys.
Overrated actress to me would be like, I don't know what year you talking about, Rosie.
Any era that somebody just got.
Okay, I think Tom Cruise is overrated.
Oh my God, Tom Cruise is not overrated.
Brad
Oh
Cruise,
my God.
Brad Pitt, I think is Tom Cruise. I feel is overrated too.
Yeah.
No. Oh my God. You
And
ever seen the movie
who's
Born on the 4th
that
of July?
smiley face?
Born on
Who's
the
that
4th of July?
smiley face that left Jen Aniston? What's this guy's name?
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. Yeah, totally
Yeah.
overrated.
Oh my God.
Well, Fight Club was good though.
Tom Cruise
Fight Club was
always
awesome.
left me cold. Tom Cruise, it just could never warm up to his acting.
No, me either.
Okay, you know what? Hold on a second. The Bergs wants to redo my list. Okay.
Oh God, here we go.
Okay.
Well, type it in the side chat.
Okay.
Type it in the side chat instead of saying.
Bottom line.
How about a female?
We're talking about one. Okay. Midnight Cowboy.
Yeah, Edward Norton is excellent.
Hold on a second, girls.
Girls.
2.
Oh my God.
1, Midnight Cowboy. 2. Hold on a second, girls. Shawshank Redemption. And 3, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, Pulp Fiction's okay.
Pulp Fiction.
And
what do you think,
for the era that it was in? It was good. It was, but it's not like a classic. It's not like
Pulp Fiction is a classic.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what, Star Walker Blue. Betty Davis only did one good movie in her whole life to me, and that was Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. Everything else. I could never.
I don't know. Rosie. I kind of have to disagree with you about that. I think Jezebel was really good.
She was Dark Victory, and I don't know. Okay, but I'm just saying. We put her in a role like Baby Jane, and she was outstanding in that. She didn't fuck what she looked like. She just acted.
Yeah.
She should have won the Academy Award for that year, but Joan Crawford campaigned against her with the New York voters, so she wouldn't.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Rosie, you ever seen the movie with Frank Sinatra? It was called The Man with the Golden Arm.
Of course. When Kim Novak was in that, of course.
What did you think of that movie?
Great. He was another actor that left me cold, but it was a
good movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie. But Frank Sinatra was another one.
Who was that? Who was that one actor in there? He was like a kind of a dork. He was kind of a geek. He was kind of like he had like the big he had like the big glasses. What?
Kate Winslet. Another.
What was the name of that guy, Rosie?
I can't remember who else. I just remember.
You remember that movie though? The man with the golden arm.
Drug addiction, and that was Kim Novak. He was trying to kick being on heroin.
Kim Novak wasn't in that.
Yes, she was. She was his girlfriend.
Really?
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
Somebody check me. I think Kim Novak was in. Yeah, Goldfinger. Hi, Vicky.
Chuck
Norris is another one. Chuck Norris is another one that okay, throw a punch.
I like that movie, Simon. I like that movie, Burnt Offerings. I thought that was a good movie.
Hey, Teresa, let me ask you a question.
The 310 to Yuma with Glenn Ford and Kurt Russell. Yeah. Hey,
Teresa, that picture with you with the eye.
No problem, Biker Aussie. You're awesome, man. I love you, Aussie.
Did you actually do that or no?
I love Biker Aussie. Rita Hayworth has just stunned me. She was just so beautiful, Rita Hayworth.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Did you
actually very stunning.
She was in what was that movie? Gilda. She was in Gilda with.
And yes, Bergs, I did do that picture.
Oh my God, Teresa, I love your work. I mean, do you have like a website or what?
Sierra Madre was outstanding.
Well, if you know me, of course. If you
Yeah, I
watch
know,
my
but
channel.
you fucking hate me and you fucking hate on me.
Do we
so
have a
why would
favorite
I don't
movie
hate
that
on you. I just think
Looking
that
for
you just
Mr.
get
Goodbar
too
with
schnockered and just silly.
do we each have a favorite movie with subtitles?
you hating on me for a year, baby?
Teresa, what about Looking for Mr. Goodbar with Peter O'Toole?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Good movie.
You know that was really controversial. Yeah.
Yes, John Huston. Yeah.
So, Rosie, would you say that Shawshank Redemption would be in your top 3?
Bergs, have you seen any foreign movies? Any like indie movies?
I
Yes,
know.
I've seen a lot of movies. I've seen a ton of movies. I'm a lot older than you,
No,
Jinx.
wait, Bergs.
I'm a lot older than you, Jinxie. Yes.
What do you have a movie that you like that has subtitles? What's your
Yeah,
favorite
Bottom
subtitle?
Bottom line,
Monique.
bottom line, Jinx. The bottom line, I'm not talking about subtitle movies.
Monique, that's a great
I'm talking
movie.
about American movies.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm asking you
Express
if
was
you have a
very
foreign movie that
controversial
you
movie.
like.
Yes, it was.
Oh, Monique.
I'm asking you girls right now.
Yeah,
Would
Ben-Hur.
you say that
Ben-Hur.
Shawshank Redemption is in your top 3?
The original Ben-Hur was well done in the 1920s. That movie set is still out in the middle of the desert in Imperial, California. And the second one also. Both 10 Commandments. Cecil B. DeMille did both of the
Yep.
10 Commandments.
You're right about that.
Hey, Rosie, by the way, your boobie's about fucking
How about Sunset Boulevard? With
I know. Don't her boobies look good? I mean, they look creamy and nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, but her boobies about to pop out.
Gloria Swanson and what do you think about that? Sunset Boulevard.
The bottom line is, man,
You know what? I love that movie. I love that movie. Oh my god, when she walks down the staircase and then when he goes into the pool and sees that, it's like amazing.
I'm ready for my
movie.
DeMille.
Hey, Teresa. Would you say that The Bergs is a show or what?
I think the Bergs is like, you know,
the show
knockered and just pretty much like
it doesn't matter if I'm knockered.
Bergs,
do you think I am the show? Yes or
what
no?
do you think of Apocalypse Now, Bergs?
Apocalypse Now, no. I'm not in. If you're talking about the greatest movies, no. We're talking about.
I don't consider it one of the greats, but I'm saying for
no. I didn't like it. Okay, if you're talking about war movies,
drama. You said you wanted drama. That's like the most drama you can get.
If you're talking about war movies, I'll take. Hold on a second. I'll take Full Metal Jacket, or I'll take a Platoon. I did not like Apocalypse Now.
How about Saving Private Ryan?
But that was later on.
Hamburger Hill.
I was like 25 years old by the time.
Deer Hunter, outstanding.
You're talking the show here, man.
Outstanding movie.
You're talking the show here, baby.
What's that one?
Deer Hunter was shocking.
You're talking the show here, baby.
Deer Hunter was outstanding movie.
That was incredible.
Yep.
Bottom line,
that was
my 3 top movies of all time: Shawshank Redemption, Midnight Cowboy, and 3, I will have to say, A Few Good Men. And you guys will say that's a comedy. That is not a comedy. That is a drama.
A thriller.
It's
not a thriller. That is a drama
thriller.
thriller.
Say it was a comedy, baby. We said it was
a drama.
A
drama thriller.
A thriller.
Drama thriller.
Thriller mystery.
The drama thriller. Bottom line.
How about
Taxi Driver? Taxi Driver?
What about King of Comedy with Jerry Lewis and
you know, Rosie, I have to ask you, have you watched the old roast series that have been coming online lately? You know, with Dean Martin and all those guys.
Oh man, they're a hoot. When
they're funny.
Oh my god! The way that those guys get away with so much shit about saying about stuff. Oh my god!
Yeah, it was funny.
It's hilarious, and it's also like, oh my god!
It is so awesome. Teresa, I totally agree with you, because when I see that kind of stuff, people were, I mean, if you watch all in the Family, Archie Bunker from the 70s, he actually said the N-word many times. And the fucking J word,
it's outstanding.
and the J word, the bottom line is this. You could never on a show nowadays do that because of the political correctness.
Yeah,
When I was a kid,
I want to talk about Daniel Day-Lewis as an actor. I think he's
bottom line,
actually gifted actor. I think out there. I think he just oozes.
Actually, you know what? Actually, I want. Hold on a second. Hold on a second, girls. Woo! I want to switch one of my fucking things.
Berg's 4-foot rule. Remember the 4-foot rule?
Yeah. Switch
Hey,
one. Go ahead.
Come on, meow.
Jinx, you know I love you, baby, but calm down.
4-foot
one of the movies I want to switch.
After the Mohicans. Go ahead.
I want to switch one of those movies, Rosie.
Go ahead.
Okay, my 3 top movies of all time, babies. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Uno, dos, tres. We're talking about Midnight Cowboy. We're talking about Shawshank Redemption. And we're talking about The Gangs in New York. Bottom line.
Oh, Gangs in New York was good.
The Gangs in New York, baby.
The one with Leonardo DiCaprio, though?
The Gangs in New York, baby.
That was Jimmy Stewart, Flight of the Phoenix.
No, The Gangs in New York with Daniel Day-Stewart, whatever his name is. Bottom line.
AB's Adventure.
Yeah,
I love that film with Costner and I don't know. I don't think it was Kilmer, but
yeah. If you want to link Vinny, let me know. I agree, Hondo. Midway.
Yeah, put up. Yeah. But do not bring Hondo on. He'll burg out the whole fucking show.
He's talking about Midway when they had sense around in the whole theater.
He'll burg out the whole show, baby.
She will bring on anybody that she wants to.
Teresa, just calm down. And Teresa, why are you talking about me about drinking booze? We're all drinking booze.
I'm not talking about you, baby. I'm not talking about you. I think you're irritating because you just talk too loud.
Baby, come here and rub my neck, baby. Come on.
Oh,
I was shoveling snow all week.
Your grave, baby.
I was shoveling snow all week, baby.
I'll rub Jinx's neck.
I was shoveling snow all week, baby.
I would appreciate
rub my back, Jinx.
I'll take Jinx.
Rub my back, Jinx.
Excuse yourself, Bergs, please.
Hey, Jinx. Hey, Jinx, rub my neck, baby.
Yeah, stop yelling, Bergs. You were doing.
Okay,
you're doing good.
4-foot rule. Yeah.
How about
4-foot
We
rule?
want to hear you.
Jinxie loves me because she loves
underrated actors of all time in Hollywood?
Ooh, underrated.
The most
underrated actor of all time. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Bergs. The most underrated actor of all time is the Bergs.
I was actually going to say that.
I would agree with that for sure.
I literally was going to say that.
Gene Hackman, I think, is an outstanding actor.
Yeah.
He's gotten awards, but he's just never seems to really.
Yeah, he's more of a character actor, and then he went to the top, and then
Actually, you know what? I think a very underrated actor is probably somebody like Owen Wilson.
Oh God,
I don't know. I didn't like him in.
I didn't like him in anything.
He did a movie where he was like
Gene Hackman. I think he just got old.
With his wife.
Owen Wilson.
How about
Vince? How about Vince Vaughn? Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about Vince Vaughn. I don't know.
Hey, Rosie. By the way,
I know. He's
by the way, you're right.
Vince Vaughn is on the fence because I think he's a really good actor, but I'm not sure. The other one that I would put up in that category is.
Robert Downey Jr., I think. Thank you, Keely. Thank you. That's your link.
Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt.
No.
No. Brad Pitt never did a lot for me in acting.
He's a good actor.
He's a
Christian.
No.
How about hold on? How about Christian Slater? Rosie?
No.
Ew.
Well,
No. Gross.
All right, Vegas Vixen, your 3 top movies.
Waka Vixen. What's up, baby? That's my girl. I love her.
all right, we gotta
Ah.
put it up so we can listen to
She
it.
is my future.
All right, let
Hey,
me hear
Baka.
Vegas. All right,
Baka, you are my future ex-wife, baby.
let her talk
My
here.
future ex-wife.
What about her 3? Hey, Ginger, what about her favorite 3 movies of all time?
I love Waka Vixen. I love
All
her.
right. Wizard of Oz, 1.
Oh, nice.
Oh, come on now. Real movies. Real movies.
Meet
Go ahead.
Joe
Real
Black.
movies. Real
Meet
movies.
Joe Black. And what is that one with Will Smith in it? The Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah,
Yeah, at the end where he's like, that's like a tearjerker.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
yeah, it's a good movie.
I
movie.
haven't
Where
seen
he
that
gets
yet.
that machine to work or whatever it is. Yeah, like whatever movie that is.
What is it about the Wizard of Oz that made it great for you, Vegas Vixen?
Yeah.
Well, I grew up watching that, and that was like at the time, like my grandparents, like they grew up watching that, right?
Yeah.
So it's one of those. I like the Sound of Music too a little bit, but I mean, just watching it now in present time, if you watch it, there was a lot of like stuff they put into it to make it that production. Like we're all like real spoiled with the graphics and stuff, just the effort and the scenery and all that stuff that they put into it to make it that great.
Yeah.
And who thought of flying monkeys? I mean, come on.
I know. And you know that it starts out
You
black
think,
and then
my
it turns to
intention of
color. I love that. I
My
love it.
intention of that was that the casting made it outstanding with Margaret Hamilton as the Wicked Witch of the West, and Ray Bolger is the Scarecrow in that. Could you imagine anybody else playing those 2 parts? It just wouldn't
No, not nowadays. No.
They went through like there's a lot of fun facts that you learn about, like for instance that lion suit was actually made from like a mane of a lion. Like they took a lion and like made it from like lion skin, you know, like so it was like when you hear the fun facts and like how many people died on the set and how many people like had acid burns from the paint and all this other.
Yeah, Buddy Ebsen was going to play the Tin Man, but the aluminum paint reacted so bad he had to be hospitalized.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were using powdered aluminum and then they switched to grease paint.
Right.
I think. Yeah. Speaking of which, speaking of movies, where's Tara? She's the movie fun fact person. Where'd she go?
If I only had a brain. If I only had a brain. All that. Yeah, Return to Oz. Some offtakes just suck. They're terrible. You know, it's like Rescue from Gilligan's Island. It's like what a way to deflate a heart on. You know, it's just like ridiculous. Tin Man, yeah. I mean, it was all good. Shirley Temple going to play Dorothy. I don't know. That's another little actress that just left me like. Yeah, I bet Marshall. I'm trying to think of what else.
Marshall says, Marshall says my favorite movie is Interactual Throw.
The Wiz sucked with Michael Jackson. I agree. That just absolutely sucked.
Yeah, it did. That sucked.
Yeah.
I think I wasn't The Wizard of Oz one of the first ones that had Technicolor, or they took
Yes,
the
it was
black
one
and
of
white?
1930s.
Yeah, they started out with black and white and they went to Technicolor.
The Emerald City that's when the movie cut over to color in the Emerald City.
Right.
You know.
That was a big
Yeah,
thing
that
back
was
then.
done. That was done in the 30s, I think. Right, Rosie?
Yeah,
30s?
Julia Roberts is another one that left me. I always felt like she was acting in the movies.
I would agree. Sorry, good.
Was Bert quiet because he was shoving
I
his
thought
mouth full of
Coming to
pizza?
America was a riot because that's when you had the dose.
Yes,
I had to go to the
Vegas.
bathroom. Sorry.
Coming to America was funny as fuck because that's when you had the dashiki when the woman said,
was a
you
good
know what
movie.
dashiki is? That means doggy style in Swahili. I laughed my ass off. Cool Hand Luke was an outstanding movie.
Excellent movie. Excellent movie. I agree.
Hold on a second. The Bergs. I would actually, Vegas. What was that one movie you said that you liked?
Meet Joe Black or The Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah, the Pursuit of Happiness. That was a great movie. I cried. I cried
at the end. Oh, God,
I cried at the end.
Mildred Pierce. I'm surprised, Ginger, as young as you are, that you connected with such a deep.
You're talking the Bergs here. You're talking the most masculine man in the history.
Magnificent Seven was great too.
And I cried at the end when they offered him the job, Vegas.
I think it's the one. It's the Pursuit of Happiness, the one where he had that brain machine or something that he was selling to all the
yes,
Vegas,
yes.
And then he got it to like that one scene where he's got that one machine left. He's homeless and he's got to get it working. He's like,
yes, exactly,
MacGyvering it just so he can like feed his
Don't
kid.
spoil it. I haven't seen it yet.
Great movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know one.
Mildred Pierce was starring John Crawford.
I will say though that was a great movie, but I wouldn't put it in my top 3 though. I mean, come on.
I don't know.
Well,
maybe my top
20. You change your mind about those top.
Hold on a second, girls.
Wait, Bergs, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever
What's
seen
up?
that? I think.
Hold on. Want to ask me a question? Hold on a second. 8. Hold on. Wait. 9 inches.
That's amazing, Ginger. That's amazing.
All right, Dustin Hoffman was in it, I think, and it was called Straight Time. Have you ever seen that movie? Any of you?
Dustin Hoffman was in it. It was called Straight Time.
There is a scene in there that I literally
never saw it, babies.
Okay, well, I think he's like a drug addict or something, and he's like going through the whole process where he has like a sponsor and he's like on parole. But there's like a scene in there with his parole officer in handcuffs and a chain link fence in public that just makes me laugh every single time. So guys, look it up. Straight Time. Watch it. It's just a random moment in this serious movie where you just start cracking up because it's like, what the fuck? Like, yeah.
Never saw it.
Sweetheart Charlotte was a Betty Davis one too.
Hey, Vegas. Look at Rosie. It looks like she's ready to take off her fucking top, huh?
I always like that top. I have like a that same thing going on.
Bergs.
Yeah.
Come on, Bergs.
Rosie.
It's only you, baby. It's only you, baby.
I liked Dr. Strangelove. I thought was a great movie. You know?
Rosie hates the Jerry Springer Show. Jerry. Come on, Rosie. You've never watched the Jerry Springer Show before?
Of course I did. It would always be trannies and moonshine and hillbillies would be on there all the time.
Yeah, that's what makes it awesome, right? Jerry.
Yeah,
Jerry.
Not really.
A Clockwork Orange too. A hippie chick was a real eye opener for me in my seminal years.
Oh yeah, that was a
Clockwork Orange.
No.
That was like a TV.
She has to mouth that thing. She has to get her mouth around that thing.
Wasn't Night of the Living Dead filmed in the same town?
That was a good movie.
Orange?
But what about
Clockwork Orange? I think was in the UK.
Hold on a second, girls.
Night of the Living Dead was filmed in Pennsylvania, I think, in a field.
Hold on a second, girls. But what about?
Same town, I think. Fun fact. I don't know. Like, I'll have to Google it. But
Simon Bergs, his thoughts about George C. Scott. Curious to hear what he has to say.
Bottom line, girls. What do you think about? Bottom line.
Bottom line, Bergs. What do you think about calling us ladies instead of
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
How about
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, girls?
Good movie.
Good movie. I like that guy, the Indian guy. That was my favorite character.
That was a great movie, huh?
I know. He was good in that.
Come on.
Didn't they redo that movie?
You know what? I don't want to live in this society where if I call a woman a girl or a chick, that you know what? That I'm
not
being
saying that you can't.
politically incorrect. Just throw me off a bridge,
Oh,
okay?
gosh.
Throw me off a bridge
All
right
right,
now.
well,
this-
you know
Throw
what,
me off the
Bruce?
Seattle
You
Bridge.
know,
Throw
Bruce,
me
what
off
if
the
I
Aurora
called you?
Bridge.
What if I
Woo!
called you
Who
a
Throw me off the
dickhead?
Aurora Bridge right now. Woo!
I had this.
Who are you talking
Is this
to?
I can't even call a woman a chick
You
or
want to
a
call me a
No,
girl?
girl.
what if
You
I
Give me a
want to call
break.
me a girl?
I called you a dick walker?
I'm
You know,
calling,
or
I'm 40,
I'm
I'm
calling you
46
boy
years
from
old.
now on.
you know, a boy. You know,
I
I mean,
can't.
I'm
Yeah,
calling Bergs a boy from now
you
on.
can call me a boy. I don't care what you want to call me.
Well, address me as a lady. I'll address
No,
you
I
as a
think
man.
you're a
Address
No,
me
dick.
as a
come on,
girl.
man. You don't know how it works. You don't know how it works.
You gotta give respect to get.
That's how it works, girls. That's how it works.
Citizen Kane left me a little.
You call women
Seriously.
girls and chicks. That's just how it works.
Bruce, just shut the
Okay,
fuck
okay,
up.
young man.
I mean,
Okay,
if you don't know that by now, I mean, I don't know where you've been. You've obviously been living in like caves for the last 30 years. You call women girls or chicks.
You know what? You know what? Oh, whatever
come
you call
on,
them, it's kind of like
Vodka.
pop or
You know what
soda.
I'm talking
It kinda
about.
tells you. It kind of tells you where you come from.
Come on, Vic. Come on, Vegas.
I think Clint Eastwood was a accomplished,
Oh,
a great actor, but a good actor. You know.
Gran Torino. Gran Torino.
Oh, that was a good movie. That was a good movie, Vegas. That was a good movie.
You reminded me, Rosie. Clint Eastwood. I felt him in that movie. I felt him.
Played Misty for me.
You
Yeah.
felt him? You felt
Oh
him?
yeah, Misty for me was a good movie too.
Yeah, I got
Gran Torino was a great fucking movie. That was a great movie.
now. Some guy named Hagee, John Hagee. Good night, Chess. Thank you.
Yes, night, baby.
Hello.
How you doing, Sean?
Vodka Vixen. What do you think about the Clint Eastwood movie, A Few Good Men?
I don't know. I don't really know too many. I don't watch too many newer movies. And if they're on, like if it's a Clint Eastwood,
No, I mean that was from 1992.
I heard it was a good one. I mean, I just can't think of what it's about or anything.
Okay, so what'd you think about it, Rosie? A Few Good Men.
Yeah, I liked it. It was good. Not great, but good. You know.
You don't think it was great?
No.
Do you guys remember that actress Kristen Dunst?
That blue bird.
Does anybody remember that actress?
Sorry, birds.
Yeah, isn't that the one in the Interview with a Vampire or something? No.
No.
I don't know.
No.
I have this girl's face in my head, and there was this movie that I watched in like 1998 that thoroughly disturbed me. And it was like the whole theme was like these girls. There's 3 girls. They were like.
Was it the one with the guy that looks like Justin Timberlake and they all had a threesome?
I don't
You're
know.
talking about Interview with a Vampire.
No, let Vegas talk.
No, they had this pact like of suicide or something, but it was really disturbing because it was like set back in the 70s.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, I remember that.
What was that? What was that movie?
I don't know.
I think it was like, oh gosh, I know the movie you're talking about. Yes, I remember that. Oh my god,
I know what you're talking about.
And then I also want to tell you, Bergs, A Few Good Men. Clint Eastwood was not in that movie.
A Few Good Men, Okay, you're saying A Few Good Men, Clint Eastwood was not in A Few Good Men.
No.
Okay, I will bet you $1 million right now.
Oh my God, Clint Eastwood is not in A Few Good Men.
You're saying that Clint Eastwood was not in A Few Good Men.
Rosie was Clint Eastwood in A Few Good Men.
Good.
I'll eat my foot.
Good.
I don't think so.
A Few Good Men. You're saying Clint Eastwood was not in A Few Good Men.
I will eat my foot if Clint Eastwood is in A Few Good Men.
Good.
Oh, it was Tom Cruise in
what's his name? Yeah,
it was Tom Cruise. It was
isn't that the one?
And it was.
Sorry. I meant. Sorry.
Oh no.
I meant The Unforgiven. I meant The Unforgiven.
Well, of course, that
I meant The Unforgiven.
Was the
I
star.
meant The
I
Unforgiven.
will pay you $1,000, Teresa.
Okay, I meant The Unforgiven. I meant The
Man,
Unforgiven.
you owe Teresa
was the
$1,000.
Okay, you're right. You know what? I owe you $1 million.
He
If I get the
co-starred
fucking
in that
jackpot,
with,
you got. I meant The Unforgiven. I meant The
You
Unforgiven.
know what? I'm gonna collect on that bet. You better start sending me $1 a day, baby.
Good.
Yeah,
Hire a
he
fucking
was
lawyer. Hire a
Unforgiven
fucking
with
lawyer.
Clint
Get in
Eastwood
line.
and,
Hire
Gene
a lawyer.
Hackman
Get
was
in
great
line.
movies. Gene Hackman was great in that too.
You know,
I'm gonna
every
collect
time I
on
see
a bet.
a movie with
Hire a
Gene
fucking
Hackman in
lawyer, baby. Get in line.
Go
Every
ahead,
time I
Peggy.
see a movie with Gene Hackman, I always ask Randy, like a newer one. I'm like,
Oh, there we go.
Isn't
There's the
this guy
movie.
dead?
Kirsten
Like,
Dunst is in The Virgin Suicides. That's the
What
movie.
did you say,
oh
Vegas?
yeah, that was a disturbing movie
A
for
Few
like
Good
a
Men, baby.
14-year-old to watch.
Vegas fixing. What about Gene Hackman?
Every time I see a movie with him in it, I'm like, didn't that guy just die or something? Like, I don't know why.
Oh shit!
Every time I see Gene
Fucked
Hackman
up.
in the movie, I'm like, this is one of the greatest Hollywood actors of all time. You know?
Yeah, but,
Yeah.
but for
You're
some
talking
reason,
about my hero,
they
Vodka.
never-
You're talking about my hero,
they just
Vodka.
never aged,
You go all the way
really. It's
back
always
to Popeye Doyle, way back in French Connection, and
See, Vodka, you don't understand. You're like 15 years younger than me, so you have no idea what
that's
we're
I'm
talking
saying.
about.
Like,
You
I
grew
remember
up.
Who
You
Knows and all that on
you
the
grew up
soundtrack.
during the Backstreet Boys and fucking NSYNC
yeah,
and
Vegas,
fucking
Vegas,
Britney Spears. Okay.
And then I'll see a newer
Okay,
movie.
bottom line.
Your star name is Madison Lee.
Yeah. Well, no, but then I'll see a movie with him in it, and he doesn't really. He didn't really super age.
Yeah.
He looks like the same to me that he did in the '80s. So, like when a newer movie comes on, I'm like, oh, didn't he die last year or something? Like, I don't know why I always think he died. And Randy's like, no, he did not die. I'm like, how old
Oh
is he?
man,
He's gotta be
Natural
like
Born
80.
Killers was good. That was good. That was powerful.
Hey Vegas.
know
Bottom
what?
line.
You
You
know
gonna do
what's good
60
about,
minutes in the Ford Focus or what?
You know what was good about Natural Born Killers? Just how totally ungrounded morally and just psychotic those two were in that movie. It's hard to portray.
I followed her after, like, all the movies she was in after that, because she was so, like, it was just
a blow me away movie. It was mind blowing.
Yeah.
Hey, Jinx. Hey, Jinx. How's the weather up there in Toronto, baby?
I'm
Colder
not
than
joking,
Washington.
The
No,
snowbanks
bullshit.
are literally
Bullshit.
just-
Have you watched any of my
are literally
videos?
two
Where's all your snow
taller than me.
melted, right?
I'm asking you a simple question. How's the weather there?
The snowbanks are literally 2 feet taller than me.
Yeah, okay. That's nothing. Nothing. Have you watched my videos? No, you haven't. Anyway,
What about the movie Casino? Casino was fun.
basically, I haven't worked in 2 weeks. Okay, so bottom line, I am the show. Okay, what? The movie Casino was not a drama.
Or Goodfellas. I like Goodfellas.
Oh, I
and
think
Casino.
both of them were great.
Goodfellas was more of a docudrama. More of a docudrama. Not really considered a fucking drama.
I think it is considered a drama.
The bottom line, girls, the best 3 movies of all time. Okay, Shawshank Redemption.
Here we go.
Midnight Cowboy, and A Few Good Men. Bottom line.
Anyways, Vegas. You know, Ray Liotta was in Goodfellas. He filmed a movie here in Canada, right around where I live, and I know someone who was in it. I'm like, I always get excited. I'm like, ooh, I know that girl in that movie.
Ray, Jinxie, Ray is from my fucking state, New Jersey.
737 driver.
I
know. I totally agree with you.
Jinxie.
Reaction and
Jinxie. You know where Ray Liotta is from? He's from Union, New Jersey. You know who else is from Union, New Jersey?
Oh, well, let her talk.
You know who else is from Union, New Jersey? Fucking Artie Lang. Artie Lang.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
well, I love me some Artie Lang.
Artie Lang.
Artie Lang is also from Union, New Jersey.
I can't fucking believe Artie Lang, man. That's funny as fuck. Every time I think Bergs is Artie Lang, I crack up.
He is. He is. Look it up. Look it up.
Know.
The Bergs does not lie, except for Amazon multi-millionaire. I already fucking came clear with that 10 months ago.
I never heard that story. Can I hear?
He is like
no, there is no story.
I tell you, Bergs is exactly like Artie Lang. I wonder if there.
What happened with the Amazon millionaire?
There is no story. Nothing happened.
Well, he came on telling Elvis he'd give him a lot of money if he did something because
blah 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 blah.
On Amazon and became a millionaire.
Well, you brought it up, Bergs.
Not
me.
So
hey, the bottom line is this: I am the show, Jinx.
Anyways, Vegas, how are you tonight? Happy
I'm doing good.
Valentine's Day late.
Yeah, it's nice to see you, Rory.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day to you all. Anything special anyone did?
No, I'm a loser.
We were kind of low key with Jen losing her mom. Just she's so kind of blah. So we just took kind of low key. So.
Well, I bake cupcakes.
All right, so Bergs, did you have a Valentine's Day?
Wait a minute.
Valentine's Day?
Teresa.
Yeah. I mean, as you know, I am a, as you know, I mean, I am a pimp. So
you're a pimp?
A pimp. A pimp.
Who are you pimping, Bergs?
I'm an intergalactic stellar pimp.
So who are you pimping?
A pimp. P-I-M-P.
Who are you pimping?
I pimp out lots of women, so I am constantly busy collecting money and yes, I mean Valentine's Day is another day.
What? What does pimp stand for? Like, is it like an acronym or whatever? Like, is it?
No. The bottom line is I am constantly busy collecting money. So Valentine's Day is nothing but a Hallmark holiday. It's not a real fucking day. It's a Hallmark holiday for a bunch of lonely women. And I've been married before. I've had tons of women, tons of girlfriends. You're talking to the Bergs here. You're talking to the best-looking man in show business.
I mean, Bergs, come on.
You're talking to the best-looking guy of all time. I've had many women.
I requested for Valentine's Day that Bergs wrap his weenie.
I can't hear you, brother. I can't hear you.
Wrap his weenie.
You're talking into a hose, man. Talking to a microphone, brother.
He wouldn't even send me his dick pic.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you, man. Talk up.
You know, it just astounds me. It just astounds me how any male in the U.S. today could call himself a pimp and be proud of that.
No, I am not a pimp. I am not a pimp.
What's the background?
I am not a pimp. I am not a pimp. I am an interstellar galactic pimp. Okay? I am from the planet Bergatron.
I know.
Okay? I am an interstellar galactic pimp.
I'm hoping that
you know what you are, Bergs? You're an
every
idiot.
single,
and if I could throw you
single
off the show, I would.
Pimp cup and hat, you know. That'd be good.
Bottom line, Vegas. So pay up, girls. Pay up right now, girls. You know my PayPal.
Oh my God, Rosie,
pay your taxes.
Hey,
pay your taxes, Teresa. Pay your taxes. Pay your taxes, bitch.
Wait, isn't that racketeering or something? Isn't that what is that when you go around all the businesses or anybody? You're like, I'm gonna take a.
Hey, Baca, save the rap, and pay your taxes.
Yeah, an extortion racket. Yeah.
Save the rap and pay your taxes, baby.
Anyway, for Valentine's Day,
you are incredible.
fixing
Save the rat and pay your taxes.
Incredibly.
Go ahead, Rory.
Cat and the kids and I kind of did a little bit, but I didn't do much baking. But they made cupcakes. So they made pink frosting funfetti cupcakes, and I think a video is gonna be on the channel soon. But
Oh my god, funfetti is my favorite. We call it rainbow bit over here, and in the States you call it funfetti.
oh,
What do you,
well,
what do
this
you, what do you call it, Jinx? Rainbow what?
Rainbow bit.
Oh, rainbow bits. Okay.
yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, well, these ones were pink and red and white, like fetty things in there. So the
Oh.
rainbow bit, like that, I think we call that like just straight up like birthday cake, just with the white and the colorful blues and greens and whatever.
And it
speckles
has
in
all the cute little
Yeah.
rainbow bits in there. I don't know.
I
I
think
know in Canada, like we get different
you
stuff.
know, I remember the Gidget. I grew up watching my sister with the Gidget movies. Yeah. Frankie Avalon and also Annette Funicello, Beach Blanket Bingo and all that. Yep.
And let me tell you about Annette Funicello. I banged her ass in 1987. Woo! I was 15 years old. Rosie.
Oh, well, tell us the
50?
story, Bergs. How did this happen?
I banged her in the back of a 1956 Ford T-Bird. Woo!
Well, tell us the story. How did that happen?
You know, she's
Don't worry
long
about it.
dead
Don't worry
now.
about it,
So
I don't. Hey,
Did you ring the doorbell, or did you walk up to ring the doorbell, or did you
Hey,
honk the horn out at the street?
Jinxie, I don't kiss and
Whoa,
tell.
answer the question.
I don't kiss and tell, baby.
Did you?
Yes,
I don't
you
kiss and
do.
tell, baby.
Are you fucking kidding me? You kiss and tell all the time.
Yeah.
Jinx, the bottom line is this. The bottom line is this, Jinx.
All right.
Do you still love Artie Lang?
Bergs, as we say in accounting, what's the top line? You're always talking about the bottom line. What's the top line, bro?
He must be a bottom. From the bottom line.
Because you know what? Because Jinx seems like she loves Artie Lang, but she's not there for him right now when he's in rehab.
Yeah, I agree with Cornholio.
Jinx only likes Artie Lang when he's healthy.
Bergs, you weren't fired.
You know what, Bergs? You know nothing about Jinx, so you can't say
Hold
that.
on a second. Let Jinx speak for herself, please.
Bergs, come up.
Come up to present time.
Come up.
Come up. Hey, Rosie, I can only see your tits. Come up to present time.
Because those ones don't point down. They
Let me
just
hear
point
what
up.
Jinx has to say, please.
Hey, Jinxie, come up to present time.
Am I supposed to answer his question, or
I'm asking you, how come you sound like you love Artie Lang, but right now he is in
Shut
prison.
up. Jinx is talking.
Oh my God, you again?
Okay, yeah,
Berg,
I
you
do.
asked her
I
a
do
question.
love.
Let her
I
ask
love
the
Artie Lang.
answer.
I'm
God,
totally
you
there
again?
for Artie Lang. Fangirl Artie Lang.
Now,
Fan-
Jinx.
sorry.
Now, wouldn't you
Artie
admit
Lang.
about 1 year ago you said, "Hey, Bergs, you look like Artie Lang."
I'm the one that told you looked like.
I
Artie
remember you said that.
Lang. Yeah,
Star Walker Blue.
So
because you do.
you want to walk that back or no? You want to walk that back or no?
You still look like a younger version.
Do you want to walk
younger,
that
less
back or
attractive
no?
version of
Do you
Artie
want to
Lang.
stick with that or do you want to walk that back?
Was that
I
a
don't-
compliment, Jinx? I think that was a compliment.
No, because that's really not a
Thank you,
compliment,
Vegas.
Jinx.
She's trying to compliment you. She has the hots for Artie Lang.
Jinx, because that's really not a compliment. So do you want to walk that back or no?
I don't. Rosie, can you help me out here? I
Yeah,
don't know what.
you done good.
Yeah,
honey.
see,
You're the best
Jake's.
you could.
See, Jake's is like from Canada. Like she's all shy. She doesn't know what to say. I mean,
Well, she used
bottom
to.
line is, I am the show.
Aren't you close enough
And-
to Canada? You're basically
Oh
Canadian,
my
man.
No, the
Aren't you
Canada
Canadian?
thing has a lot to
Oh
do with
my
it. I mean,
God.
Aren't you?
Oh my
Aren't you
God.
Canadian? Yeah, Harry. I got a stalker too, named John Hagee. So welcome to
Hey,
the
let me
club.
tell you, Rosie, I got a stalker for you. His name is Melton John, baby.
Well, this fucking guy, Melton John. Don't even get me started on this guy.
He wants to go off on your titties, baby.
All right, we're
Rosie.
not doing that. We're
Rosie.
not doing that. Let's
I
Oh
don't
my
want
God,
Rosie. I don't
no,
want
I
no.
guess
anyone to
that's,
hear
I guess that's
this.
a sore subject. I was hearing about that. Back and
Rosie,
forth.
between me and you, Melton John really freaks me out.
He does me too.
I
but
will say that. I will say
Okay.
that. Jinxie,
my fan
Jinxie.
club now. He's in my.
Melton John freaks me out. Hey, Rosie, you know the Bergs ain't afraid of nobody.
Hey,
But
Ash.
Melton John kind of freaks me out. All right.
He's
So-
old school.
So Rosie, you're having some Coors Light.
I
I'm
did.
not-
I couldn't find my local purveyor of alcoholic beverages was out of Michelob Ultra tonight, so I'm back on the Coors.
Michelob,
I'm having some vodka diet. What are you having, Bergs?
Vodka Vixen, baby. Woo!
Woo.
I'm having 211, baby. Woo!
You better not be on that
What
fucking.
about you, Teresa? What are you drinking?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I don't lie. I wasn't raised in the Catholic Church, Rosie, to lie. I am currently drinking the 211.
What's the 211? Is that Steel
Fucking
Reserve
Steel-
211?
that Steel Reserve.
It's only
What
It's
flavor
only
do you like?
8.1%.
They have like
What
different
does that
flavors?
mean? Is that beer or
I know.
like
I
hard
know. What
liquor?
the fuck
It's
does
a
that
freaking-
mean?
I'm
It's
learning
a
about
freaking-
your drink of
It's
choice
that
here. I'm asking.
goddamn. Excuse me. It's that damn malt liquor.
No, calm down, Rosie. It's
Wait,
high
Oh, it's
gravity.
like the beer
High
that
gravity.
the
Heavy
beer that's
gravity,
like
that
11%.
sugary-
Oh,
That sugary malt liquor.
Well, Rosie,
okay.
I don't lie though. I don't lie.
Right,
See,
but I
don't
mean,
lie, though.
what flavor you having? Because don't they have,
Actually,
like,
Bergs, you lie a great deal.
That stuff's the worst beer. Hey,
don't
Reba,
they
that's
have
the
a bunch of
worst.
flavors?
No, that's the
Just
worst
one
beer.
flavor. 2 flavors, maybe.
Okay, Vinny, I'm going to send you a link.
Yeah, come on,
And
man.
Teresa, what are
Bring
you
up Vinny.
having?
Hey, Vodka Vixen, when do you come up here so I can show you a good time, baby? Woo!
Woo! You know what? My
Vodka
husband used to go to
Vixen.
high
I've never
school
heard
in
that
Washington.
before.
I love her,
know,
man. I
look
love her.
how
I'm not gonna fuck. I know that she has. I know she's married. I know she's married and all that bullshit. But
Yeah, but that's
I can still hang
disrespectful to
out
call
with her
her
and
that.
party with her.
Yeah, you know what, Bergs? You know what, Bergs? We
Now,
What's
I'm
up,
turning
baby?
Bergs down because he's on the high gravity
How
stuff.
far away are you from Seattle? Because my husband used to go to high school there.
Wait. Did Rosie turn me down or no?
No.
Oops.
Hey, Rosie, you got me down or no?
Just for a second, I just wanted to talk to
You
this
sound
guy.
good, Bergs. I can hear you.
I'm
We
like
can all
20.
hear you.
I'm like 20 miles from
Yeah, I
Seattle.
just wasn't. I was hoping you weren't on the malt liquor tonight. You know.
Rosie, but do you want me to lie? I don't know.
I'm just saying. Didn't you have Coors Light?
Rosie,
You know, Bergs,
I can
I'm
only see your
curious.
fist.
How
I
many
can't see your
times a
face,
week do you
baby.
get schnockered? And do you have an actual job?
Yeah,
Yes, I
he's
do.
up.
Do you?
Kind of
Do
snowed
you,
in.
Teresa?
Snowed in. So he can't work today because.
Do you, Teresa? Do you have a job, Teresa?
Oh God,
Actually,
Teresa,
yes,
why?
I do. I have lots of jobs.
Teresa's
Where do you work,
artist.
Teresa?
I work for
She's a
myself.
businesswoman.
Okay,
And
great.
she's done very
Dude,
well
Bergs,
for
if you
herself.
saw
Do
some
you know
of her
Okay.
work-
Yes. No. You're right. I don't have a job. I have a fucking career where I've worked for
Even
almost
better,
20
that's
years.
great.
So don't worry about it. Don't worry about
I'm
where I
not worried
work.
about it. I'm just asking.
Don't worry about
you-
where I work, honey.
I'm just
Worry about
I'm
where
not
you
worried about
work.
it at all.
Worry about
I'm
where
just
you work.
wondering.
Worry about where you work.
The simple answer
Worry
is
about
I could
where
not
you work.
for the last
Okay?
couple of weeks
If
because
you
of the snow.
don't understand what's going on, look in the fucking papers. Fucking Seattle, we had 3 feet of snow the last week. Okay,
Bergs.
I couldn't leave my house for the last 9 days. Okay, so just shut the fuck up and just go back to whatever you're doing.
Let's throttle back,
Okay?
Bergs, you're getting really defensive. They're just trying to get to know you, man.
Yeah. Fuck them. I don't want to get to know anybody. Okay?
Bergs, you're starting to go chocolate chimp out cookies.
Yeah, no, man. Fuck her, dude. Fuck her. I've worked the same job since 2000. Okay?
Bergs. Hey, Bergs.
No.
Wait.
Fuck that, man. Fuck that.
What?
What are your top 3 movies?
Let's pull back.
I bet Shawshank Redemption is one.
Oh God, I can watch that like 100,000 times. I love that.
Jinx, you know what? Jinx, go hang out with Tucker. You guys are both from the same country. Don't talk to me.
Come up to present.
Come up
there
to
go, baby.
Time.
Come up to present. Please. Tell us what your job is.
Don't worry about what my job is. What is your job? What's your job, Teresa?
My job is taking care of a lot of different businesses.
Okay, wow, man. That sounds really exciting.
Well, Bergs, how about you ask her?
That sounds really exciting. And I'm really not interested. So I don't really care.
Well, I don't care.
I really don't care. I really don't care, Teresa. I don't care, Teresa. I don't care, Teresa.
Then why'd you ask her?
I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care, Teresa.
Calm it down.
I don't care.
Can you hear me?
I don't care about you.
Calm it down.
Yeah, we hear you, Vegas.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
He's ignoring you. That's what
we're all
he does.
sharing the panel here, Bergs. That's all.
Wow, that was a not asked question. I'm sorry.
Blah.
Yeah, hello, Vinny G.
Keep on sucking on your fucking wine box. Keep on sucking on your wine box, Teresa.
Hey now, Vinny. Good to see you. How are you?
Your wine box, Teresa. Keep on sucking on your wine box.
Oh my God!
Keep on sucking on that wine box.
For half a second.
Oh, what do you do? What do you do? What do you fucking do? You don't do anything, Teresa.
You know what I love here?
You don't do anything. You don't do anything. Don't ask me what I do. What do you do? You don't do anything.
What I love here, we have one person that they get drunk, they're loving.
You don't do anything. Don't ask me what I do.
Mute him.
Ask you what you do. Ask you what you do.
Berg, stop chimping, please. It's over.
I know, right?
Ask you what you do. Don't ask me what I do. Ask you what you do.
Remember,
trying to answer, and they're like, you don't care.
I was just
don't ask me what you
a little bit.
It doesn't matter what I do. It matters what you do. What do you do?
Nothing.
Nothing. Exactly.
Vinny's
you don't do anything. Actually, you know what? Vinny, Slimy G is right. You don't do anything, Teresa.
No,
you don't do anything.
I'm talking about
Vinny's living the life, the Loca Vita, man.
Vinny's living the life, man. He's got fucking paid out from
There we go.
He almost had to get killed to get paid out. I guess that was a trade-off, right, Bert?
Yeah, Vinny's living the life. He got paid out. Vinny,
Rosie, I'd like to get my camera going, so I'm just going to jump out for a second and jump back in because my camera's not working.
Okay, I think I'd rather not have been hit at 60 miles an hour by another vehicle.
But you know what? He's not really doing anything, right? You know what?
I think most of the people on this panel knows that I have a real job.
Teresa, so you're really not doing anything.
So you know what?
You're talking over.
I don't care what you think about me.
So don't ask me what I do. Okay. What does your husband do?
I already know. You don't do fucking anything.
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you what I do. Everyone knows what I do.
Go ahead, baby. Tell us what you do.
Everyone knows what I do.
Not me. I don't know what you do. Does anybody?
I don't need to know. I don't need you to know what I do.
Bergs is a stripper.
Yeah, welcome aboard,
I don't need you to know what I do. I don't even know who you are. Okay? Go keep on sucking on. Go keep on sucking on that wine bottle and keep on sucking on Vodka Vixen's fucking tit. and fucking don't worry about what I do.
Anytime you want to show
Come
on now. Come on.
Worry about what you do.
Woo! Bergs has seen my tits. He likes them.
Bottom line. Worry about what you do.
Oh my God.
Bergs, let's come up to present, okay?
There you go, baby. Get up to present.
There we go.
Bergs,
Get up to present.
Vinny, you lazy Australian mother. You only had to be hit at 60 miles an hour and almost killed. That's all right.
I don't do anything. I'm honest about it. I don't do anything.
Oh shit! It's you know, Vinny tells it like it is. He tells it like
he does. I love
that. Okay. Fun fact and a doppelganger situation. Okay. Randy has this friend who used to be a race car driver, and he lives in Australia, and he was T-boned in a semi at one point, so 60 miles an hour, whatever you guys are talking about. But he looks just like Vinny, just like Vinny. They call him the Count, but he looks just like. I have to take a picture and send it to Vinny because it
maybe got Vinny or magnets for high speed impacts. For those that don't know, Vinny, could you just tell people? I know they're probably most people, but I got some new people. What exactly happened to you? You know, that incapacitated you. Could you just recap what happened? A terrible accident that happened to you?
Some Chinese idiot was texting on his phone, drove up the beaver trail, the beaver tails on the trailer, and squashed me at no skid marks before the stop, impacts, or anything. I woke up in hospital, you know. But anyway,
that's horrible.
Yeah, that's all good.
Hey, Vinny, can you please say that? Can you please repeat that again? But please say it in fucking English.
God, oh my God!
Really,
these guys
I couldn't understand a fucking goddamn word that you said. What happened to you in English?
Hey, Bergs, I want to make a statement. If you watched that video properly last night, there was actually quite a few interracial couples. Now, obviously, your education didn't include. Hang on.
Fucking education. The University of Washington, motherfucker.
I turned you down, Bert.
Seattle, Washington.
Vinny has the microphone. Go ahead, Vinny.
Everything I saw there, everyone I saw was all white.
Didn't include
everyone I saw was
geography and mathematics. I mean, look at when America was founded and look at when Australia was founded.
Yeah.
America, Australia, and Europe were the spoils of war for the old empires. The British Empire, the French Empire, and it's very dominant and prominent in both our cultures. However, you guys were above a certain line of the equator, so your spoils of war included the Africas, right? Ours included the Southeast Asias and all that. And that's why both countries are very predominantly structured the way they are. For example, African American and America, Asia, Australia. You can go back here to our very beginnings and you will find the Asians were enslaved here. The Irish.
Let me tell you something, brother. Can you hear me? Let me tell you something, brother. Melbourne is all white.
It's not, Bergs. It's not. I mean,
hold on a second. Just calm down.
I'm saying go look up the demographic.
Let me talk to Vinny G for a second, Rosie. Go have a beer. Go take a piss. Go take a piss, girls.
What the fuck,
Bottom line, like Vinny G.
Oh my God.
Vinny G. Melbourne. I watched about an hour of your thing last night. It was all white. I couldn't watch a bunch of white people. Sorry. I'm not into white people because I'm white. I like to see Mexicans. I like to see Vietnamese. I like to see blacks. I am a diverse kind of guy. I don't want to see a bunch of white bread.
They doubt that.
You should watch Elvis's video.
I don't want to see white people. Come on.
You're telling somebody that lives there, like
I know, but that's all I saw was white people. I mean,
look at where Vinny went to. Okay,
That's all I saw was white people, Rosie. That's
so
what I
what?
saw.
It's big deal. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Yeah, but I don't like white people. I like everybody.
No, you don't.
You don't know me, and you'll never know me. Shut the fuck up.
What are you,
Go
Bert?
fucking
What's
draw.
your heritage,
Go
Bert?
fucking paint some. Go fucking paint an eye. Okay.
What's your heritage,
I'll never know you. You'll never
Got a
know
little
me.
Irish in ya?
Go
What else you
fucking
got?
listen to my music. You'll never be able to fucking sing like me. You never play guitar like me.
Vinny,
You ain't no Elron fucking
very
Bird like me.
And
You
I
ain't no
said-
Professor Bird. You ain't nothing. Bottom line.
He's actually come a long way. Vinny, why don't you ask Google what the ethnic composition of Melbourne is?
Melbourne is all white, brother. It's all white. I don't like fucking white cities. I like diversity. Bottom line.
He's got his microphone muted.
I like diversity. Okay? I don't like white people.
Vinny, your microphone's muted. I don't know if you.
I am white.
Right, Ed.
I don't like
sorry.
living around white people.
Wait a minute.
He's getting audio clips, Rosie.
Ask Google. Go ahead, Vinny.
Okay. Hey, Google, what is the ethnic composition of Melbourne, Australia?
Here's a summary from the website monash.edu. According to the Australian Bureau of Statistics, the most common ancestries in Greater Melbourne are English 21.1%.
Australian 20.7, Irish 6.9, Scottish 5.7, and Italian 5.5.
Come on. I'm talking about fucking Mexicans and fucking Chinese. I'm talking about fucking Asians.
Why are you so obsessed with
I'm
that?
talking about blacks. I'm talking about. Come on, man.
How many fucking Mexicans do you think immigrated to Australia?
Well, you know what?
Right,
Then
exactly.
why the fuck would I ever want to live there, Rosie? I love Mexican food. I love Mexican food.
Well,
Why
There
the
you
fuck
have
would I
it. There
ever
you
want
have
to live
it.
there?
He could never live in Melbourne because you don't have enough Mexicans there.
And
Oh my God,
What's
Teresa.
your heritage?
Teresa, you know what, Teresa? Go make me a sandwich and do my fucking laundry.
Teresa wins
Teresa,
You
Teresa,
think
Teresa,
I'm
go
like
make
that
me a sandwich
diligent
and do
woman
my
that
laundry.
would do and bow down?
Go make me a sandwich and do my
Bergs,
laundry.
if you act
Bergs,
like that,
you're an
your women are gonna make
idiot.
you an
You're an
arsenic sandwich,
idiot.
man. Like,
yes,
come on.
ladies, get him.
Yeah, Mike Moore's going to put it in gear for Seattle, Bergs. You keep going like that.
Melbourne is a fucking white bread city.
You know what?
Oh
You know what's
my
interesting about
God.
Australia.
I don't like white bread cities, Vinny.
Bergs, let's forget
And
about
Vinny-
the people. Let's forget about the people of Melbourne.
What does
okay?
it matter,
I bet you
Bergs?
if you
Look
went to
at
Melbourne,
what
you
we
would see
built
so many
there.
critters you've never seen or witnessed in your whole life. That
What
would
a
be
fucking
interesting.
idiot. Don't even talk to him, Vegas. Don't even talk to him.
Like spiders and
He's so
Why you-
stupid. He
Why are you
doesn't get
fucking
it.
meeting me, Jinx? Jinx is
No,
really low.
let me ask you something, Bergs. What do you think the white population percentage in Seattle is?
Look it up. Look it up, baby.
I'm asking you.
a 78% at least.
No. Are you kidding me?
What do you think it is, Bergs?
White?
Hey, Google, what is the
I don't know.
white population numbers of Seattle?
70%.
According to Wikipedia, according to the 2010 United States Census, Seattle had a population of 608,660 with a racial and ethnic composition as follows. White, 69.5%, non-Hispanic whites, 66.3%.
See? The whites outnumber the Hispanics there.
No.
What's going on?
Vinny,
70% white. Now,
You
what's
know what, Bergs? You need to move to Texas. Okay.
Hold on a second,
Like
girls.
Mexican food, go to
You
Texas.
are talking to the show. You are listening to the show. Bottom line is this.
Oh my God.
Bottom line is this.
You're such
I
an
live
idiot.
here.
Bottom
I
line
live
is
here,
you're
girls.
an idiot.
I live here, girls. Just calm down. And let me tell you, Yes, there's a lot of white people, but I know where I can get a lot of soul food.
I can't calm down.
Calm
Rosie,
down.
I'm
Rosie,
hysterical.
Calm down, girls.
Ooh.
I know you're all
We're all
so
hysterical.
hot for the
We're women,
birds.
right?
Rosie.
I know you're on your rag for the birds.
Oh,
Bottom line is
Yeah,
this.
Melbourne is 6% Asian, 3% Middle Eastern, Indian, African. Okay, 11%.
Bottom line, girls.
But
We
Rosie,
got
could I just add something to
Go
your
ahead.
statement,
Hold
Rosie?
on a second, Vinny G.
No,
We got
hang on. Let
tons
me
of
finish.
Vietnamese here.
Let me finish.
Okay,
When you
go ahead.
say
Go ahead, Vinny. Go ahead.
6.9%, Rosie, don't forget, you have over 300 million people in your country. We've only got 26 million here. So that percentage per capita ratio is actually very high. Do you know what I'm saying?
That
agree.
that
That's what
doesn't
I'm
mean
trying to say.
anything.
Melbourne
Vinny.
has a
That
very
doesn't mean anything,
significant Asian population down there. I'm
That
trying to
means
Very,
nothing,
very
Vinny.
significant.
That
very
means
significant.
nothing.
I said the best Chinese food outside of China and Hong Kong is down there in Melbourne. Hey, Dave.
What about New York City though? New York City's got some good Chinese food.
Yeah, but there's good and then there's great.
Rosie, can I just say something?
Yeah, go ahead, Bergs. You're muted.
Jinx, will you stop doing that?
Go ahead.
That wasn't me.
Say what
Yes, that was you.
Say
Wasn't
what,
me.
My fingers.
you want to
slipped.
say,
I'm
Bergs.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Yep, go
let
ahead.
me just tell you something, Rosie. You know all the teriyaki places that I go to here, Rosie?
I don't know if it's one or several because they're not identified. So
Okay, well, anyway, I go to many. Okay, I'll fucking film them more often in the future. Okay, teriyaki is a Japanese food, right? Yes or no?
I believe it's a Japanese food. Yes,
Okay.
teriyaki.
Okay. Do you know who owns the teriyaki places here?
I guess the Chinese.
No, the Koreans.
Oh my God! Seriously?
Hey,
They do.
Rosie.
They do.
Rosie, I got a question for you.
What do you mean? Seriously?
Out of
You
all
make it sound like I'm being racist.
Well, you
Go
are.
ahead.
You are. You are. You're
Out
an
of all the
idiot.
places that you've been to
Stop
on YouTube,
talking.
okay? What do
Jinx,
you think?
Jinx,
what
why
do
are you doing that
is
to me?
the biggest city that's
It's a
the
glitch.
most
I'm not doing
ethnically
anything.
Diverse.
Bullshit, Jinx. You're a fucking bitch.
I'm trying to hear Vegas Vixen.
Out of all the cities that you traveled, which city do you think is most ethnically
A
diverse?
fucking cunt. I fucking hate that bitch.
I would say probably San Francisco would be right up there with very ethnically diverse cities.
That's pretty diverse. I was kind of thinking Vegas because everyone comes to Vegas.
Oh yeah,
The bottom line is this,
Vegas.
girls.
But I was.
Hey,
Because I mean, if you go to
cares?
like the Midwest, the big cities, it's like you don't get so many Hispanic people up there. But if you go to Texas, it's more Hispanic than black.
I speak Spanish. I speak
Daryl.
Spanish. You don't speak Spanish?
But San Francisco, I think, is a catch-all for everybody too. You know.
Speak
Can
Spanish.
Can I just ask Bergs a question?
Go ahead.
Okay, Bergs, I've pulled up the best teriyaki restaurants in Seattle. Name where you go. They Google pulled them up for me.
I'm not going to name anything, man, because all you motherfuckers are a bunch of fucking doctors and a bunch of trollers. I will never name a goddamn thing for you, motherfucker. Fuck you.
Look, here you go. Look, watch, right? Here they are here.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I don't live in Seattle, so don't worry about it.
Bird, do you like the poke bowl? Do you like the poke
Don't
bowl?
worry about it, girls. Don't worry about it.
My hometown
Don't worry about it, girls.
60%
Don't worry about it, girls.
40% white.
I'm tipping we're not going to see some footage of teriyaki restaurants.
Don't worry about it, girls.
What about poke? You guys have poke?
Well, we saw some, but he doesn't identify.
I don't live in Seattle, okay? So don't worry about it, girls.
No chimping.
Yeah, we do have.
There you
We
have
have
it.
pokey
There you
here.
have it. Burke says,
What do you think? What do you think of pokey compared to teriyaki? Because you can add teriyaki.
Oh,
to
I like poke, but it depends how it's made. But I'm not much on teriyaki. But poke, Hawaiian poke is great with.
Oh my gosh, with that raw fish, I can eat raw fish all day if someone prepares
Yep,
it for me.
me too. Me too. But I just
it's like the best of
hey Jeff.
Japanese cuisine with a little bit of Hawaiian and
Yeah,
Chinese.
I'm just thinking, but don't tell Vinny that it's all white folk in Melbourne. I mean, it's pretty diverse. Plus, there are a lot of people go through. There's a lot of tourism through.
Yeah.
Is it true, Burks, that you live at your mom's garage?
Well, don't trigger him. I'm just saying, we got things pretty calm.
You know how you were talking about movies before? One of my all-time favorite movies would have to be The Last of the Mohicans, and why I say that is I'll never forget that scene after basically everyone's dead except for the father, the Daniel Boone character, and his girlfriend, and they're sitting on the cliff and they're looking out at wild America, just to put yourself in that frame of mind that they never knew at that time how great America was to be. But in the movie, what did you see? You saw French-speaking native Indians, you saw the British, you saw Americans, and you saw how a country became independent. You saw the classes of people intermingling, and it's the same happened here in Australia.
It was great. What did you think of Daniel Day-Lewis in that, Vinny?
Yeah, fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
So Vinny, what is the best Australian movie that you've seen?
You're asking the Bergs. What's the question you're asking the Bergs?
We weren't. I was
asking you anything, baby. You just
don't worry about where I live. I fucking live.
Here we go again.
I fucking live in your garage. That's where I live. I live in your garage.
Rosie, I got a food place in Vegas.
Okay. I live in your brain.
Go ahead, Vegas.
I live in your bed. That's where I live.
What is it called?
Don't worry about where I live.
Omelet House.
Oh, Omelet House.
Don't worry about where the fuck I live. I am the show. I am the fucking show.
I'm having the lobster eggs Benedict, has avocado.
All right.
Lobster.
Don't even fucking start that with me. I am the fucking show. Don't even fucking start that with me. Asking me where if I live in the fucking garage.
Wow.
Oh God.
She's just trying to get to know you, Bergs. She's not trying to insult you, man.
What happened?
I didn't do anything. I'm just sitting here.
I don't know.
I didn't do anything either.
My hands are right here. My hands are right here. I'm not.
Yep. I didn't do anything either. Not that I could. I didn't even know how to do that shit. So.
I don't know.
You know what? I'm glad that he's gone for a minute. But I want to get back to our Aussie friend here, and I want to ask him. I mean, he's already presented himself as
Vinny.
Some of the questions, Vinny, yes,
yeah.
And so Vinny, all right, in television now.
Yep.
What show do you watch?
None.
Why is that?
I
YouTube.
I haven't watched television in
we got YouTube.
7 years.
I don't know what happened.
So there's no particular show that you're interested in and anything?
I don't know. My hands weren't on any.
Well, I've just discovered Family Guy. What does that tell you?
Just now?
Just now? Yeah.
Oh, you should look up American Dad if you haven't seen that.
No. Yeah, I mean, look, I watch short clips of everything on YouTube. I gave up television around the time Sex and the City and all that kind of shit came out. It was just like,
1998, huh?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Did anybody
It was-
boot Bergs? Did anybody boot Bergs?
No, he just left the group. It says it in our chat.
It says you left yourself, Bergs. So
I didn't.
I didn't, you know. Anyway, that's about the way I am, Vinny, except for occasional sports events and stuff like that. And there's just nothing really that I'll watch old series, Dragnet. I'll watch some old stuff and just get hooked on that. I'm not, you know, Jen likes the Westerns, but even she's watching replays. And
yeah, I'm
it's
the
all
same.
about YouTube. You know, YouTube's bigger than cable and network TV.
If something epic like Ben-Hur or something like that comes on TV, I will watch Ben-Hur, something like that. You know, just they're epic movies to me.
Yeah, they are.
So what's the entertainment in Australia? Like, you're talking about American-made movies. Like, do you guys have like Australian-made movies that we wouldn't know about?
I know. I want to hear that
We
too.
talked about Strictly Ballroom.
Depends. What genre are we talking about? Horror, real stories, or what do you want to know?
Or just a series on a television series. I mean,
All right. You want to see a series on Melbourne? Look for Underbelly, the Underbelly series about the rise of the drug trade in the mid-90s up to about 10 years ago. There was murders everywhere on the streets of Melbourne. I mean, these guys were taking out masses of people. The Russians were involved. It's pretty brutal. Pretty brutal.
Well, I guess what we're asking, Vinny, because you're talking about American shows, do you guys like have a Hollywood or anything, like a type of Hollywood in Australia?
No. We just find somewhere to make the film, and that becomes Hollywood.
So it's self-produced films, like independent. You guys don't have like produced films like Bollywood does or anything?
I mean, we do, but usually.
Do you have a state film? Don't you have a national film company?
Yeah. Usually the country's richest people invest and back the films, and they make money out of it that way. But I mean, for what we've got compared to America or India, we make some pretty good movies.
You make some outstanding freaking
absolutely
down there. You make some
outstanding.
I
always see them on Sundance from Australia, right?
Sorry, what's that?
I always see the Australian movies on Sundance.
Okay, yeah.
They're independent films.
Yeah.
They're outstanding movies. Just outstanding. Great actors, great character actors, good storylines.
Have you seen Priscilla, Queen of the Desert?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's funny as hell, that is, you know. Just films like that. We make weird stuff. I mean, just remember Mad Max came out of Australia, you know.
Yeah. Boy, it was a great fucking film.
What do you guys feel about him? You know, I mean, he was sort of disgraced, and then
I never, this guy, I don't know.
Mel Gibson's never been Australian. He was born in America. You know what I'm saying? Russell Crowe.
I thought he was born in Australia.
No. He's American.
Okay, yeah. Vinny, quick question. Off subject. What do you think of Olivia Newton-John? Because I know what all Australians say about it. Just say it on public, whatever.
Look, I never, ever liked musicals.
Kylie Minogue.
Yeah, I like Kylie Minogue, but Olivia Newton-John.
That's my girl, Kylie Minogue down there.
Yeah, Olivia Newton-John. She's pretty bland. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, every Australian that I've talked to about Olivia Newton-John, she's like, well, she sold out. She went to America, and she's too Americanized.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I mean, look, to me, I'm never going to go out and buy an Olivia Newton-John CD, album, cassette, whatever. But I do like Kylie Minogue. I really do.
Jeff, do you want a link, Jeff? Jeff T. Rowe out there?
All right. So, Rosie, you decided to do the night shift, Baghdad or bust, really. What does that mean?
I'm getting more and more people putting comments and videos and putting me in hijabs and parodies and stuff about it. Some Seed said something joking about we should buy Rosie a companion chaperone ticket for Elvis when going to Baghdad, and people picked up on it now, and they're, and unfortunately now some of the Middle Eastern types that frequent my channel, as I said, my number 4 country is Saudi Arabia. These people are, it's like hitting a hornet's nest with you got to be careful with some of this shit,
Exactly.
So I got this Melton John now is all up in my shit. So it's Dom Edna Everidge. Yep. She entertained us quite a bit. All
right. Well, I'm going to check out for a little bit. And if Jeff T. Rowe comes on here, I would definitely want to talk to him.
He might come up.
Yeah, all he has to do is just, it's fine, Jeff, if you want to. I saw you out there, so it's all good. Get a job, Jalen. Make something to yourself, okay?
Yeah, Jeff, come up here. I haven't talked to him forever.
Yeah.
Jeff T. Rowe's one of my faves.
Is that the real Bergs in the side chat? How come he booted himself off?
I have no idea. Sometimes he takes himself off. Yeah. Jeff.
Jill's renowned for doing that too.
Oh,
I'm talking Jalen's calls. He said he said one night that Jen and I were fugly. I'm like, dude, you know what fugly? Really? Pot smoking mofo. Let me get this out of here, Jeff. Just kidding. There's Jeff. I got you on. Just kidding, Jalen. We're just fucking around.
No, he legit left the group chat. Left.
I have no idea, but he's not chimping on my phone.
Hang up the call. He left by himself.
He's not chimping on my phone, so I know he didn't get booted. So otherwise, he's blowing up my phone. I haven't seen Jill. I'm gonna grab something. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a beer.
All right, babies. Well, she's out. I'm out too.
Oh my God. Bergs is out there in the side chat, Vegas, saying, I did not boot myself off.
You guys can all see the back room. It just says Bergs left his
what
call.
Vegas is saying is absolutely 100% true. Bergs left the room on his own. I can see it.
He was not booted. He wasn't booted at all.
Someone screenshot it and share it right meow.
Yeah. He's an idiot. Everybody knows that
he's not booted. You left on your own, Bergs.
Yep, he did. All right. Anyway, babies, I'm leaving tonight. I'm good and schnockered. I need to go to bed.
Love you, Teresa.
All right, baby.
Get at me, girl.
Snooze good, girlfriend.
See ya. And yes, I'm watching the side chat for whoever asked, because I'm watching Bergs try to blame me for booting him.
Oh, good Lord. Literally, he left on his
I'll find another hangout and I'll send him the link that he booted himself.
Yeah. Jill does that all the time too. And then she's in the side chat going on and on and on about how someone booted her. And I said, no one can boot you from my chats,
Yeah.
So Bergs, in our DM thing or whatever, I sent you a screenshot. You booted yourself, man.
Yeah. When he comes up,
can you send me a picture of that? I want that picture.
When he comes up here, I'm getting booted, don't you?
Can you see this? Can you see the back end?
I can see it.
When you're on your phone, you just click that little arrow at the top, and then it goes to Google Hangout app, because I'm assuming you're on Google Hangout app, right?
Girl, I don't know.
Well, let me put it back because I screenshotted it. Let me put it in the group chat and see if you hear
Yes,
anything.
that's where I need to see it. Yeah.
I'll just put it in the chat, what I saw. Hang on. There you go.
Don't blame me. You know,
There you go, Vinny. Yeah, Vinny knows what he's up to.
my phone's not
What needs
blowing
to
up.
happen.
That's a good sign. Usually my phone's blowing up like crazy here, but it's quiet. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't
You know
seen.
what's a good fix for that, Rosie? You just block a number. You just block it.
Well, you know, I think everybody needs like a pressure relief valve or something. So I let Bergs just kind of go off. But I haven't seen Jill tonight. I've not seen Jill on. She might be looking for her life alert button on the laying on. Just kidding, Jill. You know, fell out of her chair. I'm falling and I can't get up.
I've seen that happen.
I've done that a few times myself, Benny. I'm doing like, what do you call it, break dancing when I'm on the floor going in a circle.
Yeah.
Hey, Ava, how you doing, honey? Boy, it got quiet. Nice. Oh,
People can talk now.
hey, Jalen, I'm just fucking with you. Come on. I don't want anybody else triggered on there. So Vegas Fiction, how's Randy doing?
He's doing better.
I'm glad to hear that.
We're gonna send.
Oh, your
Oh,
phone.
he's calling me. Now he's calling me. No, we're gonna send back that defibrillator vest, so that's good. We don't have to worry about that anymore.
That's good. What did you say? Bergs is calling you?
Mm-hmm. He was.
Probably because I have my phone ringer off on tonight. He'll be calling Vinny in a minute. Watch Vinny's phone.
Yeah, that's usually the way it goes.
I don't know. Was Jalen supposed to move into Shine Shack? I don't know. He could never seem to. She could never seem to overcome the inertia of the gravity of Florida or whatever.
Well, Rosie, these people don't know. The whole thing is you built the Shine Shack so we can make a bikini factory and have child.
That's it. I mean, have some slave labor out there doing stuff. So, but all it ever does here is just rain now. So that's all it does every freaking day. You've had rain down there a lot too, haven't you, Rory, in Vegas? I don't know what's wrong with her connections. Like fucked it down there tonight.
Yeah,
she's cutting in and out a little bit.
Yeah, your connection. Just refresh yourself. F5.
Who is me?
A little bit, I think.
Because he keeps on calling me, damn it. He just keeps on calling me and interrupting my
Block
stream.
that number. Hey, Nicole.
He doesn't have my number. He has me on the Hangout app.
How you doing, Nicole?
Shit. I was making the joke, Rosie, about the bikini factory out in the Shine Shack.
Yeah, I don't know, Nicole, if he booted himself or what happened tonight. I don't see anybody kicked him, so I don't know what the heck. It just got nice and quiet. I can enjoy my last beer of the. Oh, there it is. I can enjoy my last beer of the evening here without that blowing up my phone. Snow. I don't know.
It wasn't me.
Vinny, what are you drinking?
It straight says Bergs left the group, so he left himself.
Okay. I'm drinking Bundaberg rum and Coca-Cola mixed in a can at 7%. I think it is 7. 6%.
I thought you were going to say you mixed it yourself, Vinny. I was going to say, I'm going to give you a star. That's real ghetto. And you start mixing your own in you'd be perfect in the hood around here, Vinny. Every Coke can, it just reeks of whiskey and Everclear and everything else around here. Shit. It's funny.
No, they're pre-mixes. Hang on. I've been told you guys don't have these in America.
No, we don't. You can't really get a pre-mix on. I don't see any pre-mixed stuff. So No, I asked Nicole to come back. Nicole means a lot to me. I want to continue to be important person in her life. So she's worth fighting for. After she'll kick me in the head a few times, we'll be good to go. So
I think in regards to Australian movies, Jinx, was it Wolf Creek that we watched? If I remember.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Have you seen Wolf Creek, Rosie?
There's a
no,
Wolf Creek too.
Yeah.
What's that about? That's an old movie. I've heard of it.
So it's about backpackers who come to Australia and get this idea that they want to travel throughout Australia, and Australia is very remote, and they come across, it's based on true stories. They come across an Australian psycho. Very, very, very good movie.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Don't give me a spoiler, but
I caught another Australian movie about a couple, and Vinny probably knows because he knows like everything, but
Red Dog.
It was this couple who kept a woman captive for a while, and then she ended up getting out, and it's a real Australian it really happened. And there's a few like Red Dog and this other movie. Just the Australian movies that I've seen I love them. They're so good.
Yeah, I think it takes a lot to put through a movie down there. So I think generally they're probably on average, probably better quality coming through than what, here it's like spaghetti. You just throw shit against the wall and you don't know what's
However it turns out.
Have you guys seen that movie where people are like, I don't know, they're on a resort and they decide, I think it's an Australian film. They're at a resort and they decide they're going to go snorkeling, but then they get lost at sea. And it's kind of like that one with Wilson or whatever, but they're literally like.
I've probably seen it, but you'd have to, I'd need a name.
Jamie.
Yeah. That was a good one where you're like sitting there like, what's going to happen? And you're literally sitting there like, okay, this is so boring. They're sitting in water. And then, at the end, it's climatic, and you're like, "What did I just watch?"
Blows your mind.
Is that the one? Is that the one where they had a sailboat and they forgot they didn't have a ladder down, so they all jumped into the water, and then nobody could get back on the fucking boat, right? And the shark attacked. There is a movie where they were so dumb nobody stayed on the boat, so they jumped into the water, and it's like 30 hours they're still treading water and hanging on to the boat. Nobody can get back up on the boat again.
No, well, the one I'm talking about, they literally were scuba diving, and then the people left without them for some reason.
Oh,
didn't realize they were gone.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, they took off. The boat took off without them.
I think I did see it.
And they were in the middle of the ocean or something at one point, and then I'm not going to tell the ending.
It's like they try to survive. Yeah, let's not spoil it, but
yeah.
Yeah, well, this other one, they jumped off of a sailboat and they were at anchor, and they couldn't get back up on the fucking boat. They couldn't crawl up the rope, the anchor rope. They just, one by one, they just started to die.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was. I can't remember the name of the movie. Somebody will tell me in the side.
They must have been amateur sailors, because usually there's a captain or something at least.
There's been a few.
They were just younger people. Never thought about. Jinx is the ultimate cock blocks. That's what I'm saying, Nicole.
Are we going there, Rosie?
And what the hell happened to Harvey? What's going on with Harvey? Somebody said Harvey got his ass handed to him today or something.
I heard he got blocked or something.
Oh,
by who?
Who in the hell
channel? Maybe you should look at your channel and see
who
got blocked.
Blocked here? I mean, that's like blocking Lassie or something. Who in the hell is going to block Harvey?
I don't know. I heard rumors. I'm not going to start shit, but go look at your block list, and if it's true, then it's true.
Yeah, let me go. I can't even believe it. How would he get blocked? Let me see.
Yeah, the Snowtown Murders. That's another good movie. That's a true story. You know, that was really macabre, that story.
Vinny,
Really.
Well, the one that I saw was like a wife or a girlfriend and a husband, and they had kept her captive, but she got away. That's why I was like, loved it so much. She actually got out, right? But they had killed a bunch of women before her. So she was like the one that got away.
I'm trying to think of it.
Yeah, I was wondering where Harvey was.
I'm sorry, I can't remember the name, but I mean, if I could, I'm sure you'd know it right away, you know.
What about that movie? Was this Australian? Because I know the guy was from Australia, and it was all in Australian, you know, accent or whatever. But the guy who was like rock climbing or something and cut off his arm or something, and then like there was this whole incident where he had this song in his head, like this little kid song in his head, and he played it over and over, and that was in my head for like, I'm not even gonna sing it to you because it will be in your head for like 2 months and it will drive you nuts.
Was the movie called like 125 Hours or something? Or what?
Maybe, I don't know, but it was like a story, and it was an Australian guy, and like the whole thing was in Australia, and he was like,
he literally cut off his arm,
or maybe it was Mount Everest or something. That he like came to America to do Mount Everest or something, but it was all Australian narrative.
Oh,
I think that was the Omeo incident where there was a collapse or something. I think that's what you're talking about. He lost his wife in that incident in real life, I think.
Right, and then he had to like literally cut off his arm or something to get out of there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you wouldn't you, if you want to survive?
All right, so I got a guy after me that must have 100 fucking accounts. It's John Hagee guy. Holy shit.
Are you finding Harvey on that list? I was kind of curious.
No, I don't see Harvey. I don't see Harvey on here. I think it was something went on somebody else's chat. But I got this guy after me, John Hagee, whoever the hell that is. So he said he's going to bring the channel down. Interesting.
But I just see in the side chat, great Australian movie BMX Bandits with Nicole Kidman when she was a little girl in there. That's funny. She ended up being Tom Cruise's wife.
Yeah, and then they went Splitsville, right, because of Scientology. So,
but they did that weird video, Eyes Wide Shut, before that, and it was like rumored that they were like doing a documentary on Scientology at one point in that movie.
That was a weird movie, anyway.
I'm just going to the toilet for a minute because I'm going to take a chance to go to the toilet because I've got a kitchen mixer because the Australian intelligence officer's making cakes.
I'm a G is making a cake today with it.
So what was that in English terms? I'm going to take a shit and I'm going to have some cake.
Yeah, that's loosely translated there. Let me see. Let's see. I was trying to find.
Are you going to do the Betty Crocker hack to make cake mix into cookies?
I've never heard of that, honey. To tell you the truth, I'll look into it.
Apparently, you add like 2 eggs and 2 eggs and a half a cup of oil, and it makes a dough instead of a cake batter, and you make it into cookies. I want you to try it.
Okay.
You don't have to, though.
Let's see. Movie. People jumped off. This is driving me crazy and couldn't get back on again. Let's see. It's called Adrift, Open Water 2. Most of the friends decide to jump into the water for a swim. Yeah, and it's terrible, you know. And Open Water, that's the name of it.
Yeah, I think if that's Open Water 2, I think the one that I was talking about is Open Water. It sounds really familiar.
What year, though?
Other people go on vacations.
Yeah, Open Water was 2013, the original. 2003.
I'm sure I saw it, but like I
Yeah,
barely
Open Water.
remember
That's
it
what the
because
name of.
it's that old.
That's the movie, guys. Open Water, where they all jump off of the boat and can't
Yeah.
get back on again. What a great plot, because it's so simple and nobody really.
Yeah, is that where like and the girl is like trying to get him back in, but she can't because she's
Yeah,
not strong enough?
yeah, yeah.
Oh yes,
They're trying to
that
put
was a
one up
good
on
one.
top of the other and trying to climb up, and they're just getting injured.
Yeah,
Shark takes one
and
of them out or something.
yeah, finally it was like I have to let you go because I can't get you up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like Vegas was saying, that one where the dive boat just took off and just didn't even count the number of people and just headed back to port. Take care, Nicole. Have a good trip. That was an interesting one.
Nicole's not coming in.
No, she has a train. I think she's catching a train to see a friend, so she's going to be out.
All right.
The Reef was also filmed down there in Australia.
The Australian films, like I'm telling you, like I've come to really love them. Like I don't know if it's that I just find really good Australian films or if they're all good. Like I don't know.
I just think it takes a lot to get a film. I think you have to really thread the needle to get a film produced in Australia, as opposed to here. We have a lot of alternate indie stuff, and I think a lot
It's
of
the
stuff
same
comes
in
down to
Canada.
Yeah, like Canada
Yeah.
and Australia, they have like a government funding for you can get
Yeah, if you want to film in Canada, like they'll actually give you grants and stuff to do your filming here.
Yeah, see, they have a film board and all that, and you can probably apply to get a grant to make a movie or something, and or make a movie with government money. So I think the movies tend to be of a higher. I mean, I think it takes a lot more thought into to put a movie together in Australia. Johnny P says, "I hate Aussies." I don't think anybody hates Aussies, do they? It's like a koala bear. Vinny's like a koala bear, right?
Well, and Blinky, like, no, I love Australian people. If you hate Aussies, you
What
can
did
go fuck
Tasha
yourself.
catch?
10 ways from Sunday.
Tasha finally caught up with Elvis, I guess. Caught him at a Walmart.
Who's Tasha?
Tasha, she started as travels with Tasha. She's somebody that met Elvis, and they went to a RV show. And then, as usual, Elvis had a falling out. Nobody's ever good. Blah blah blah. But he was been very insulting. So he said some terrible things about her, and I guess she took offense. She's taken offense to it. She decided to pull all the RV videos because she's in them, and she would hit him with privacy notices to have the videos taken down. And then I guess he continues to insult her and kind of sideways at me. And then I guess she tracked him down at the Walmart, and I think he called the cops or something. So I'm not sure. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean the hits go on, It's like, and then I got to worry about all this Iraqi bullshit too, The beat goes on.
Right.
Juice is like, go Tasha, go.
When's the juice gonna come up here?
I don't know.
I want the juice to come to Vegas so I can take him to the bacon bar.
Yeah, I sure as hell wish that Juice would come to Australia, to come to Vegas. That would be great.
Remember we were talking about the body painting like a couple times back?
Yeah, the Solana Beauty there. Yeah.
I bet you he could do that because he's an artist.
Yeah, he could paint my titties up really good. Hmm?
Yeah.
Make a dirt cake with Haribo twin snake gummies. I guess Jalen's on the crack pipe now.
You know what? You know what really gets the views, Rosie, as far as cooking? Fat-free treats. Like if you do like a fat-free cheesecake or like something fat. Well, obviously, Devil's Food. Like they have those cookies that they have at the Walmart or whatever. But if you make those homemade, like people like to watch that kind of stuff. Like let's make it fat-free.
Good night, Kim. Thanks for being on tonight. I'm going to go just a few more minutes. I wanted to see if Vinny pops back on, and then I'm going to close out. If the weather's good tomorrow, I have a really good epic stream coming up tomorrow. It's going to be a long one.
Sorry, I had to go to the shed to get the cyanide. I had to get the cyanide because we got some Russian diplomats coming over for dinner, and I'm a
good driver.
Is,
I'm a G. You're a.
Yeah. They're not leaving the house. Put it that way.
Mama Bear will go to her grave swearing that Vinny's wife was a operative with the Australian intelligence service there. That was fun last night, wasn't it, Vinny? That was a fun.
Yeah, that was funny as
Yeah, it's going to be a good stream. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag because the weather could be. I can't ever get it. I need like a 6 or 7 hour break tomorrow to do this. It'll be on a par with Vinny's Melbourne, except this will have a real political angle to it. It'll be pretty cool tomorrow. So, pepper spray. I hear you, Katie. Yeah.
Is it going to be that bad?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's some real drifters and there's some real crackheads in there. So
you're going up against third wave feminism?
Partly, Vinny, I'd say yes, absolutely. Yep, that'll be part of it. Social justice warriors. It's going to be a very interesting stream, but I need good weather. I cannot be, 45 degrees and rain showers and it just be nasty.
That'd turn to shit.
Yeah, so I'd rather wait till I got to make sure the weather's really good. No, yeah, any sign of crackheads in Melbourne, Vinny? Is there a crackhead area or is it all pretty nice down there?
You do get them, but not in the city itself. They the cops have the government, I guess, cleaned it all up. You can't sleep anywhere on the streets in Melbourne.
Interesting.
The government provides shelters. You can't be caught anywhere in Melbourne with blankets and stuff like that on the footpath.
Wow.
People now, if they're homeless and they don't live in the shelters, they just seem to spend the night in McDonald's all the time. All the fast food outlets, KFC and all that, because they don't have a door front, such as open the door and walk in. It's just an all open front. And once again, because our population's so low compared to you guys, our percentage of meth users might sound very low, but per capita, the problem is actually 2 or 3 times worse than America. Wow. That's a fact. Yeah, but the last couple of incidents we had in the city where a guy got his car and rammed a few people on the streets, meth. Yeah, that's all methamphetamine related.
Yeah, it's a shame. Hey, Nathan. Good morning to you. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, Vinny, I'm going to take off now.
Yeah, good. No worries. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate you. I always enjoy having you on, Vinny. I really enjoyed the Melbourne stream. The gimbal did great. I mean, it was freaking
best investment I've ever made, I reckon.
The video footage was like butter out there, you know, and it was buttery smooth, and it was beautiful. The color rendering on the Samsung is perfect.
Oh, do you know how dark it was when I was walking through some areas? And it
4.8 lens.
And it just it just looks like it was daylight all the time, but it was just very pitch black.
It's sometimes that works against me, and sometimes I want it to be like dark, and this thing's like lighting it up like a damn stadium. This fast on there.
But anyway, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you, Vinny. Great to see you around. Good job on the stream.
Side chat.
Epic fun stuff with the Lisa Marie, and Vinny really does a good job. Vegas Fixing, love you. Honey, you have yourself a wonderful night. Continued good health for recovery for Randy. Thank you, Side Chat Biker Aussie. Always a pleasure. And Camper John, take care, everybody. Jalen, everybody, have an excellent night. Okay.
Good night, Rosie.
Night. Love you.
Good
take
night,
care.
bye.